Hey there.
Hey.
Single life, let me tell you, man.
Yeah?
It'll kill you.
Is it all good?
Oh. Yeah, real boring. Anyway, nice to see you. What's going on? What's happening? How's things in Tari Cam land?
Haven't gone on yet.
Wow.
For the big word.
Well, I don't know what
I
to
mean,
do.
you were the one who pulled it off yesterday,
and rightly so. I don't know what to do. I got so many emails yesterday that I was reading saying, hey, how am I supposed to listen now? I found your show because of Tari Cam, and now you're taking it away for, you said, maybe upwards of weeks.
Right. That
and
is
I was
true.
like, whatever. Back to boys food. Anyhow, but they have, and they also pointed out that all the bad apples and the bad words and the racial slurs, that's like 90% of Gay's little crew there. Gay phone operator's crew.
He does have a crew.
Could that be possible that they are the ones who are starting all the trouble? His little rainbow coalition?
Probably. Rainbow coalition.
Mm-hmm. I hate
People
to have
love to come to his rescue.
Punish the people who've been enjoying Tari Cam for so long.
Right.
Because of a couple of bad seeds.
So Gay's friends have ruined it for everybody. Is that what we're suggesting?
I can't confirm that, but that's what the emailers seem to think.
Really?
They would know.
Yes. I can't pretend like I know. I'm the last one to be aware. I sit on the side of Terry's computer that has the back of the laptop staring at me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see what's going on from minute to minute. But if we do have a Tari Cam timeout period of time, it may just be for today.
All right.
If we have it at all.
How about just for Gay and his friends? Just give him a time out for a couple days and let everyone else have fun.
Well, I don't even know Gay. I know he's friends with Jerko lately. Him and
I know
Jerko
who his
arm in arm lately.
I know who is in his little rainbow coalition.
So it's more than Gay and Jerko.
It's Dizzle.
Dizzle is in. She's in Gay's coalition?
Oh, yeah.
They got to her. She's one of them.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
You know, it's like closing Disneyland because some guy pulls out his genitalia on the teacups. I mean, he ruins it for
Tony,
everybody.
1969, our driver who, drives in...
He's in Gay's Rainbow Coalition?
He is.
Wow, but he's one of the originals. It's hard to, ban him.
He's not causing trouble, though, Tony.
No, he's so mellow.
Okay,
Really?
so then you can't really consider him part of Gay's crew.
Yeah, I don't think Dizzle's causing trouble.
Just because he likes Gay or goes to Gay's little silly parties doesn't mean
Dizzle starts crying.
parts of Gay's crew.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I don't know if we have to. Maybe I overstepped yesterday. I could be the one to admit, hey, I shouldn't have done what I did. And when I said, maybe you had it right with all the moderators, the checks, the balances, all that stuff. Maybe that's the way to go.
It mellowed out a lot of things, and then when I just let. I mean, yes, I allowed Gay to be a moderator.
Right, but you let a lot of other people be moderators.
Yes.
And that allowed for...
people to kind of mellow out a little bit.
Not that I like mellow, though. That's the problem. But
it makes it...
Yesterday was just so ridiculous with all of it. Once I saw it, I was like, oh, come on. Is this freaking serious?
Not necessary.
It is very unnecessary.
Gay's Rainbow Coalition is out of control.
Ruining everything. Ruining the world.
Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't go that far. But, hey, if that's your point of view, that's something you're entitled to.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
run with it.
It's not like it's the biggest deal in the world. We'll figure it out during the course of the morning. We'll come back. We'll get things stayed. It is a Friday, Terry, don't you know?
Oh, yes, we're officially closer to the Monday ahead of us to the one behind us.
Oh, it is. It's a Final Four Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not the weekend of the Masters, right? Is it next weekend?
It is next weekend, yes.
Not the weekend after next?
Tradition unlike any other.
I heard something about that, yes.
It is not this weekend.
Not this weekend. Okay, this is Final Four weekend.
It is Final Four weekend.
Got it.
Yes.
And then next weekend is the Masters.
This is the big Shell Houston Open this weekend. I know you're excited.
Oh, the big Shell, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Masters next weekend.
Thank those oil companies for sponsoring these golf tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Every golfer who has a lucky weekend becomes a millionaire. It's a nice life.
The T-Man Show. Ellen DeGeneres has pulled out as co-host of Idol Gives Back due to...
So Ellen's the one who pulls out, huh? Okay,
sounds like it. I always wanted to know which one in that relationship did that.
Yeah, I always wanted to
Ellen DeGeneres has pulled out as co-host of Idol Gives Back due to personal production pressure.
Oh, dear.
The show airs April 9th on Fox.
Wow, that doesn't give much time to find another co-host to take her place.
No, it doesn't.
Ellen DeGeneres was going to be one of the major factors in Idol Gives Back.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing that for a couple of years now, raising tons of money, but she's got a conflict. I can't make the charity. What kind of conflict would prevent you from making a charity event?
I don't know. No.
I mean, we all know she does a show, but she must have considered that before she volunteered to do the co-hosting. So I would think it's not that. What all of a sudden has come up that Ellen can't do one of the biggest charity events that the world really has right now? Raising millions and millions for all kinds of fine causes. No, I can't be there.
Yeah.
I'd like to donate my time, but I have to go make money, so I'll see you guys.
I mean, I know she's a busy beaver, Terry. Don't get me wrong.
Wow.
But you'd think if you've donated your time and your willingness, and you've let them know that you'll be an instrumental part of the show, that 3 days before, 5 days before, whatever it is, you don't just back out like that.
Right.
To a charity, feel-good kind of event.
Yeah. No, I
We
hear
made like
you.
$70 million last year for charities.
Yeah.
Man.
Nice work.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys were going to use Dixie products. I'm totally against that. I mean, what the hell? What's the problem? Do they say what the problem is?
I have no. They
Production
just,
conflict.
Production. That's it.
Maybe she's in a movie or something. She can't take a pass on. I don't know.
Production conflict. All right. I think you change your schedule. If you've given them the word that you're going to be a part of it, you make it work. You bend over backwards to make it work.
There you go.
That's the other host, Seacrest. That's his job.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest just doubles over. He figures out how to make it work.
Oh.
It's not going to all of a sudden say, well, I got a conflict.
That's kind of what he does.
Got a couple of conflicts in his life, but this ain't one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
More than a few.
Some more big than others, but you don't see him missing this event.
No.
Him and Ellen will look good next to each other.
Yeah.
All right, now which one is the boy again? It would have been a nice little duo there. They're two very, very engaging people, Terry. And I would have been even happier giving whatever I can give to the event, knowing that they're in charge.
Yep.
Well, if they had any word, if they're not going to give me word on why she backed out, any word on who's going to replace her or no?
No, not yet.
Somebody get Whoopi on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sure Kathy Griffin's available.
Right.
Not a lot to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good enough, Terry. I want to know why she backed out.
Well,
She's a big name. She should, stuck with it. It's a good pull for them.
yeah, it was, and she did well last year because being involved.
She was the host last year?
Well, she was like a co-host.
Yeah, that's what she was going to be this year. Everyone's kind of the co-host of the show. There's no real major host, right?
They have tons of big names as far as in Hollywood, music and stuff like that, performing.
So she did it last year, but she can't do it this year.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever production.
And Jerry Lewis just called it. He has a conflict, can't make his telethon this year. You don't hear that happening.
I know.
Charity.
It is. They raised, what, $75 million last year.
$75 million is a nice bit of loose change, Terry.
A lot of charities can use it, and a lot of them did.
And that's what they did.
Who knows? Maybe they told her not to come for some reason. Maybe they caught her last year munching the red carpet. I don't know, Terry.
Oh, wow.
You're supposed to walk on it, Ellen.
Yes, just walk, okay? I know you have instincts, but you're going to have to keep them in check this year.
My
This
God.
is a nice family audience that's going to be watching us, and
Speaking of red carpet, they may want to keep Kathy Griffin away from her.
$75 million.
Yes.
I'd like to walk on her.
I sure would.
That went to various charities for our underprivileged children in the U.S. as well as international.
That's a telethon.
Now, you're 18 and sick, get out of here. Underage kids only.
Yeah, it goes to all kinds of
throughout the world.
boys and girls clubs.
Yes.
UNICEF and everything.
And
went all over.
Africa causes and all these fine in need little spots that can use all they can get. All right.
So I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll find out more because I'm not just going to let this lie.
Yeah.
Got a conflict. What the hell is that?
Ellen DeGeneres has pulled out as co-host of Idol Gives Back due to personal production pressure. The show airs April 9th on Fox.
By the way, some of the people, the big names that are going to be at the event that haven't backed out like Ellen, according to a list that Pasty just handed me in this very weird and serial killer handwriting, we have Bono, obviously you know him from U2, Terry.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt will be there. Reese Witherspoon doesn't have a conflict, Terry.
No.
She promises not to show her boobs and wishes no one else would either at this event or any other. Miley Cyrus, one of the busiest women in the world these days.
Yeah,
I don't hear her having a conflict. Oh, but Ellen has a conflict. Mariah Carey will be there, Terry. She's refusing to die as far as her career is concerned.
We've tried.
Just when you thought you've killed her off in the entertainment world, she's back for another round of accolades and CD sales. Her CD is selling big time, or has it been officially released yet, or what's the story? Let me get your mic on. Yes.
Not officially released yet,
but the singles have been dropping
crazy,
and it's
projected to be like stupid numbers.
I have to admit how impressed I am. Last time Mariah, 3-4 years ago, came out with that CD, it was so big time, and I was blown away at that point, saying, "Man, I didn't think she could bounce back from glitter." And she had like the #1 album of the year, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And now she may have another. And she ain't screwing any record execs anymore that I know of.
Wow, no, that's been a while.
This girl may have talent.
Wow.
Eli and Peyton Manning will be at the
Manning
American Idol Gives Back little show there, Terry.
Oh, they're going to do a kick-ass duet.
Snoop Dogg is on the docket.
Another guy that will never go away, ever. I mean, he's been relevant for 20 years. I don't know how he's done it.
Snoop Dogg likes his appearance fees. Fresh off his WrestleMania little visit, he's now going over to the American Idol set. Not that he gets paid for this. Everyone who is a part of this, I believe, volunteers their time. But Allie can't make it.
She's big time.
Got to wash the car that day.
I'm sure she's out there with the sponge.
There's some production pressures. Come on now.
All right. I don't know what pressures could cause you to have to pull out of an event like this, Terry. A feel-good event.
I know.
What the hell? We'll find out.
Yeah.
First your dog situation, and now this, Ellen.
I know.
It's getting a little too much for me, I'll tell you that right now.
Forcing your guests to awkwardly dance for us. Do I need to see Barack Obama trying to find a rhythm ever again?
It was horrible.
Stop.
Right?
I got a conflict. I got to stay home that night and nail the hell out of Portia.
Wow, yeah.
Definitely.
That's probably it. What else could it be? Portia gets lonely.
Scissor all night.
Scissor. Portia, there is no substitute. Anyway, Marvin, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, Marvin? I understand it's your birthday today. Is that right, Marvin?
Oh, happy birthday.
That's right, man. I'm on my way to work.
Well, that's something I always have felt weird about people who are forced to work on their birthdays. We all know these now. We celebrate even someone like George Washington, a slave trader, Terry. For his birthday, we get the day off. But our own birthdays is not significant enough to get a day off.
Well,
we have all these national holidays. It's too much for the employers out there to tack on one more so everyone can get their own birthday off.
Well, let's start it.
I've tried, Terry.
Like I said, I work in the construction field, and we don't get no days off.
Yeah,
you got to
that's
take
for sure.
days off.
Yes, but if your employer realized it was your birthday, shouldn't he say, Marvin, you work for me hard all year round. Tomorrow's your birthday. Take the day off with pay. Shouldn't that be the way it is in this world?
Should be.
Honestly, T-Man, I think if I would have asked him for the day off, he might have given it to me, but he wouldn't have paid me for it.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't really apply then as a day off. You might. I mean, if you quit your job, he would give that to you too, but he wouldn't pay you for it, right?
Yeah, get him all the days off you want.
Right. So you like the aspect of making money, right? That's pretty much why we all get inspired to go to work in large part. So, yeah, that doesn't really work for me. I still believe everyone should get their birthday off with pay.
Wow.
Yep, that definitely should happen.
All right.
See, if that passes, then I feel like there's going to be a lot of birthday parties that we have to go to.
Especially someone like Marvin, who's a full-time worker. It's not like he's a part-time worker who works here and there. No, he works all year round. You got a yearly salary, you get paid by the hour.
I get paid by the hour. I'm a union man. I get paid by the hour.
All right, it's a union guy, so he really is like a yearly employee, but he technically gets paid by the hour. But you've been on that same job for how long now? Maybe you got to establish like 2 years on the job before you get your birthday off. Maybe we can work out something like that. I'm willing to negotiate this, Terry.
I see that.
All right, once you've established 2 years on the job,
sounds good.
Then you should start being able to get your own birthday off.
Okay.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Well, okay. Well, Marvin, it's a little late for you because how old are you today?
29 today.
29.
All right.
Well, hope it's a good day for you. It's nice that when your birthday falls on a Friday, even if you have to work during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
all right.
It's all good.
Because then you feel like the whole weekend is the big celebration for Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's flying in tonight from San Jose, so yeah, it's going to be nice.
Cool.
It's exciting.
It is.
Spending your birthday with Dad.
He might be listening right now.
All right. That's nice.
There you go.
I'm sure he's very proud of you right now.
Oh, yeah, my dad's always been proud of me.
There you go. But 29 years ago, he held you for the first time. It's a beautiful moment. Okay,
Yes.
Thank you, Marvin.
Happy birthday. Have
Happy
a
birthday,
good
my
day.
friend. Take care. There you go. She's
All right.
29.
Yes.
Ready to celebrate with Dad. Not how I pictured celebrating your 29th birthday, but hey, more the better.
Yeah.
As far as being a quality human being than I ever obviously could picture myself.
There you go.
I don't see myself going, Dad, 29th birthday, you got to fly in for this.
Oh, I'm there, dude. I'm bringing the tequila and the Coke, and I'll see you in Vegas.
Wow.
He's going
Ain't happening.
Man.
How about another shot, Dad?
Well, they got a good, close relationship, and no big deal.
I think the last birthday I was excited to spend with my dad was the 6th birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Only because
After
he
that,
financed it.
I was like, Dad, me and my friends are going to hang out here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Hulk Hogan cake and all, Dad, but think I'm good for now.
Yes. We'll eat the Hulk Hogan cake over here. You just stay over there and bite into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
You guys.
I'll tell you what else is going on in the world this morning, please. What else is happening on this Friday morning?
Really quickly, according to Bobby Brown, he never tried cocaine until he got with Whitney Houston.
Well, that's an interesting revelation. You believe that to be true, or do you think he's lying, or is it possible that he was clean, sober in large part, and then it took a bad woman to ruin a good man?
Right. Let's see if I believe that. No.
Well, it's pretty interesting that pretty much up to the moment that they met, his career was doing pretty well. I mean, what year did they meet? They met in the mid-'90s or what?
Something like that, maybe.
Probably early 90s, maybe.
All right, early 90s. Bobby Brown's still dominating. Humping around? Come on.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not doing the coke or anything like that
Well, things went south pretty quick. Right after she called him the king of R&B.
Right. James Brown went, What now?
What happened? Yes.
I think that they both simultaneously came together with one big pile of coke and said, wow,
big
this
pile.
is great.
Well, if I were to draw you a chart, a little graph, Terry,
right,
and show you how the line goes, Bobby Brown way up here, and then all of a sudden it skews downward.
Right.
It'd be interesting how those points intersect right at the spot where he meets and gets serious with Whitney, Terry. Like he's right here. See,
I'm following along.
Follow my finger, Terry.
Right there.
Following the finger.
Then all of a sudden, right around here, it goes, woo.
Right, it drops.
It takes a nosedive south.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm going to pull it. Put it back up.
Yeah, and this is where he meets Whitney. Okay, watch this now. Watch both
Okay,
fingers.
wow. You're multitasking.
Oh, right there.
Tasking. Wow, there you go.
Yeah, multitasking meets you both fingers. Wow,
Yeah.
let me tell you, that's multitasking. Serious multitasking. Terry does not seem very demanding as far as what is required.
you always
I'm
claim
gonna-
you can't
I'm going to walk
multitask.
and breathe.
But did you see? Were you following
No,
my?
I was following
my
along.
linear graph there, whatever
Right.
that's considered. Okay.
Right.
It's just trying to point out. It's just pretty interesting how the moment Bobby Brown's career takes a serious nosedive south is right around the time he gets serious with Whitney. Do I need to do the graph again, Terry?
One more time,
Oh, come
just
on.
so I can really grasp
No, you just tell
it.
me.
Wow, I got it.
Listen, marriage makes lots of people soft, though, right? He kind of makes them forget everything. And like with Tiger, remember he started playing bad once he got married?
Yeah, but now he's playing
back.
better than ever.
He's back, but it did kind of affect him at first.
Yeah, but he recovered.
Yeah,
Bobby Brown's still waiting for the recovery.
that is true.
He's sitting out there going, Mariah sold how many what?
Women weaken legs.
Wow.
Mariah Carey selling CDs out of the friggin' wazoo, and he's back,
Well, it's
talking
not
about how
just
Whitney
him.
hooked him on crack.
It's not just him. She's not doing anything. She's having to come back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just
anyway,
asking you
she's
if you.
the one who-
I'm just asking if you believe him.
No,
Do you think
I
he
don't.
was someone who never did any major drugs until he met Whitney?
That's funny.
Do you think he's lying?
Oh, my
You're saying,
gosh.
Bobby, you're a liar. Shut up.
Yes, please.
All right. I just want to know how you feel, and you're. One of the options
Right.
in this multiple choice is, Bobby, you're a liar, shut up, and you're checking that box.
Check with a big check.
With a big check.
Yeah, not a little check, not a little X.
An emphatic check.
An emphatic check.
Meaning you have no doubt as to which box to check. Well, I wish I took a test like that back in the day. When I knew for sure which bubble to fill in.
Never knew.
Man. C.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
calling him a liar.
Yes. Very much.
Not very nice
so.
to just assume someone's a liar, Terry, but
Well,
You going on the evidence that you've witnessed all through your lifetime of watching
Right.
him and his career?
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I just...
Not a question.
Well, I just think that really...
I think he's telling the truth.
Do you?
Yes. I think she ruined him.
He claims that weed was, just his drug of choice, and that's all he chose to do. I agree with that. Yes, I'm sure weed may have been his drug of choice, but
He was a weed smoker and nothing but a weed smoker until he met
that's what
Whitney.
he's claiming.
I believe that.
But I
Now
think,
it makes even more sense.
Oh, jeez.
That he was all weed all the time until he met Whitney, and then Whitney put him on the hard, career-ruining drugs.
If that's the case, then also, too, he's doing the heroin because of her and everything else?
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Yeah, uh-huh. All right. Well, don't think so, but... Yeah, I think he was partying a little much prior to, and granted, I think she was a closeted little partier as well, but I think that when those two met up, they just...
When they met, it was murder.
Jeez, for real?
You know what we're talking about.
Nothing.
I have no idea.
Give him $6 billion to say what that's from. No idea.
We'll offer you $6 million, apparently, to tell us where that line is
No
from.
idea.
Is it like a Rocky movie or something?
Oh,
A
jeez.
Rocky movie?
I don't know. You guys quote Rocky movie like that.
We quote Rocky movie lines a lot. Well, Rocky was a nice little bunch of movies there, but this is not from a Rocky movie. You get no $6 billion.
no, okay.
This close.
I could rip up the check.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thanks for writing it.
Anyway. All right, so that's what Bobby's saying.
Right. And, of course, this is from his autobiography, by the way.
Can't wait to get it signed.
I'm sure.
What else is going on? What else is happening?
Oh, you mentioned Hulk Hogan really quick. Or we did. Apparently, he is now single. We all know that because his wife filed for divorce a while back.
That's what it takes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, he is now dating some model.
Oh,
Her name is...
good start. Way to jump into the single world with both feet.
Her name is Jennifer McDaniel.
I
However,
love Jennifer McDaniel.
she, according to people, she looks a lot like Brooke and Linda.
Any relation to Wahoo McDaniel?
Yeah, maybe it's his daughter. And Wahoo comes out with a chair. Get off my daughter.
Give you $6 billion to tell us who Wahoo McDaniel was.
Was he a wrestler of some sort?
Yes, he was.
Nailed it.
$6 billion, please.
Well,
I'm gonna need that check.
That was a tough one.
No, come on, I'm gonna need that check though.
yeah, okay, well, take it right to the bank. It'll clear immediately, I'm sure. Anyhow. Yeah.
So this woman, nobody knows. They're not releasing how old she is right
But
now.
she's a model.
But supposedly she's a model, but
Love
very
models.
similar.
There's pictures, too.
Yeah, there's pictures, and I'll get them for you. Of that, she looks like a lot like apparently like Brooke and Linda.
I always thought he was creepily close to his daughter. He had a little obsession with her. It was kind of
So
weird.
it looks like his daughter.
Yeah.
So then no relation to Wahoo McDaniel. Because I doubt Wahoo McDaniel's daughter looks like Brooke Hogan.
You never know, man. Little hair dye, marry a white girl. You
Wow.
never know.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I'm sure it's not Wahoo McDaniel's daughter.
I'm sure there's some other McDaniels out there.
There might be, yes.
Yes. And I have a feeling Wahoo McDaniel's real last name wasn't McDaniel.
I'm guessing that, too.
Yeah.
Although Undertaker's last name is Tucker. First name is Under.
Oh, okay.
So,
Jeez.
like, according to Vinnie, it's real, so,
Oh, okay. I said that. Thank you. Get out of here.
You did say that.
I didn't say
it's
anything
real.
about Undertaker.
But you did say wrestling was real. At least you implied it. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's exciting for Hulk Hogan to be single again, I'm sure, Terry. Dating models. That's all I did in my life was models. Model citizens, Terry. It's a wonderful way to go about your single world.
what's interesting when he was hosting with Layla Ali it just
American Gladiators,
Yeah, the American
right.
Gladiator.
Yes.
He was still wearing his wedding ring.
Well,
Interesting.
Well, but I think it's
he didn't
probably,
want Layla hitting all over him, Terry.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
guys just want to try to keep some women at
It may
bay.
have been, it's just a
Do you
little
think there's any
difficult for
30-year-old
him.
woman who doesn't know who he is? Or no?
Any 30, what
Like
do you mean?
28 to 30-year-old woman. Is there any woman that could date him and not have any idea who he is?
Why, she says this girl...
No, she
said
didn't
this
say that, but I'm
earlier,
just
what?
saying. I mean,
He's asking.
do most women know who he is?
I think you may not know really about his career, but you just have heard of him.
Okay. Well,
Like,
that's what I'm wondering. Is he that big a name, or is it just because I like wrestling?
it's like Billy Joel's wife. She doesn't really know what he did as far as the step-by-step little milestones of his career, but she knows the name Billy Joel. She knows he was a very accomplished performer, singer, and recording artist.
Right.
But the entire scope of what Hulk Hogan was all about,
Right.
a 28-year-old, a 22-year-old, whoever decides to date, a 16-year-old doesn't really know,
Oh, jeez.
but they'll know the name.
Okay.
And they'll know that he was a big-time wrestler, and that's as far as pretty much the extent of their knowledge will be.
So there's no way he could ever get set up with someone who doesn't know who he is or what he did or how much he's worth.
There's no one in the country who's not going to...
That's what I'm wondering.
If they don't know it that second, it'll take them 10 minutes for someone to tell them that that's Hulk Hogan.
All right. I guess you assume he doesn't work in a cubicle with 24-inch pythons and a fanny pack and skin-tight jeans.
Yeah, you're not going to think he's been working in the Avon factory.
Right. That's probably true.
All right. You're going to be able to figure out soon enough that you're going out with Hulk Hogan.
Mom, Dad, this is Hulk?
Mm-hmm.
This is Hulk.
He could tear off his T-shirt if you guys are interested. But we're going to go out for some food. See you later. Don't wait up. The T-Man Show. Put this picture on the front page of the TMANShow.com. I'm looking at the picture that you pretty much just steered me towards, Terry.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan with his new girlfriend. He loves the blondes with the big boobies.
Loves them.
And, yeah, he's the one. And...
Finally found him.
Yeah, we finally found the person who was into the blondes with the big boob.
But they do have that same look, though.
Yeah, he's stuck in the 80s so bad. He's got his fanny pack on.
Wow, yeah.
What the hell could be in his fanny pack that is so important that he straps it on?
Important documents, maybe. I don't know.
Documents in your little fanny pack.
Whatever.
No, he's got like his rolled up 20s.
Yeah.
And, I mean, not rolled up because he's something, but, you know, it's crinkled up 20s and his bottle of pills of some sort, his painkillers that he can't leave the house without. He's probably a man who's in constant, chronic kind of pain. Mm-hmm. I picture those items in his fanny pack and really not much else. His ID,
his keys, phone,
his California driver's license, which says Hulk Hogan on it, his keys, at least one bottle of pills, and some crinkled up 20s.
An action figure of the Iron Sheik.
That's what he has. And an action figure of the Iron Sheik is what he has in his fanny pack. You'll see his fanny pack when Pasty gets this picture posted up on the TMANShow.com. And what's interesting also in this picture is not only is his new girlfriend, and you see how it really hasn't taken him long to jump back into the single world with both feet, as I said, Terry. But his girlfriend kind of looks like... Who's the girl who was in Scary Movie that was on Entourage for a couple of episodes last season? Anna Faris? What's her name? That's who she looks like in the face. Totally like Anna, is that her name? What's her name? Anna Faris?
Anna Faris.
Something like that, yeah. That's... I'm thinking of the right person. From Scary Movie. That's who she looks like to me. Who's putting on moisturizer right now?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, it smells so good.
Really? You like it?
Yes.
Not everyone likes this.
The Nivea?
Yeah. It's a little much for people.
Well, it hasn't gotten me maybe full out yet, but right now it smells good. Okay, now it's hitting me a little harder.
All right.
He's so 80s guy, Hulk Hogan. I love it.
Well, it looks like he updated his jeans a bit, though. They look a little more stylish. He used to have the skin-tight, acid-wash ones. See, he's been dying to date the Brazies for a long time, Terry. These random Brazies, he's been looking at it for the past 20 years, knowing he's Hulk Hogan, he's got major status, and he can hook up all he wants, but he's been a married, committed guy, and now his status almost probably works against him. Don't you think? Come on, works against him?
Yes. You think women out there want to be telling people they're dating Hulk Hogan now?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's almost like a joke.
Come on.
I don't think so.
No way.
Because
I think his status...
I want to date him.
Well, maybe you want to date him.
Really,
and that doesn't prove my point of his status working against him.
Okay, fine.
No, but he still looks really good for his age and everything he's gone through. Seriously, he
when
does.
He has the headband on and the glasses and he had street clothes on, he looks the same as he did in 85.
Yeah,
but when he has the headband... Jesus, when he has the headband off, he looks 85 years old.
Well, he's got the...
It's unbelievable how different he looks when he's in the water.
He's got the bandana on his head here with the 80s sunglasses.
Yeah, he looks 40.
And he looks like he's 105.
No, in the water he does. Look at the picture of the water. He looks like he's 105.
I think it looks like 105 here. He looks old to me.
His arms are huge.
His arms are huge. I get that. But his face looks old. His face looks really weathered.
Yeah, he's always looked pretty weathered, though.
All right. Well, I'm just saying that I think, even though you guys apparently don't agree, that here we are in 2008, and now that he's single, I think his status kind of works against him, because he wants to date, like, 25-year-old girls. You think 25-year-old girls want to... and he's doing it fine. But you think 25-year-old girls on the grand scale really want to be going to their friends, I'm dating Hulk Hogan, and they're, like, proud of that?
They date a lot of uglier, famous people than him.
Yep.
25-year-olds. You see Jack Nicholson with a 24-year-old at a Laker game.
Well, Jack Nicholson, to me, even though he's older than Hulk Hogan, is less of a goof than dating Hulk Hogan.
No way. He looks every part of 70, Jack Nicholson.
I understand that.
I mean, he has the little turkey gizzard thing on his chin now. He looks that old.
Jack Nicholson is in that Sean Connery kind of vein where you just never get old, you never become irrelevant, you always are going to be with status. Hulk Hogan is now at the point where it's almost a joke for a girl to be dating him at that age.
His show probably didn't hurt that, though. His show was kind of big.
Yeah, that show didn't hurt. Yeah, you're right. That helped him.
I mean, if he just would have been in hiding for 20 years, I can see that. But, with the show on a little bit, and Brooks kind of famous now.
But the show didn't do that well. You loved it.
Did well enough. But just kind of brought him back a little bit.
The girls that he wants to date, I don't know if they watched that show. Well, they maybe watched it for Brooke Hogan.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know about 25. I think 27 is doable for him. I think 27-year-olds would be into him.
I still think his Hulk Hogan status is almost working against him. Not that he would do better if he was like some unknown guy at age, what is he, about 50?
No, he's probably older than that.
All right, if he was some random, unknown 55-year-old who just got a divorce and is now trying to date 25-year-olds, he wouldn't have a real good shot. But I still think his status isn't the biggest assist kind of situation in the world.
You think it hurts him, actually?
He's 54.
He's 54?
Yes.
Do you think it hurts to be Hulk Hogan over him just working at an insurance company?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll give you that.
All right.
But I think there's going to be a large pool of 25-year-old girls who are going to be almost reluctant to tell their friends, hey, I'm thinking of dating Hulk Hogan. What do you think? That's Hulk Hogan?
But there's a lot grosser than him out there that 25-year-olds
There's always going to be grosser.
But all the time you see it.
All right. What are we even talking about here? Anyway. He's got a hot little whatever-year-old here. She looks like she's about 25, 20. What is she?
Like 27, I think.
27?
At least he takes care of himself. He still lifts weights. He tans. He wears stylish, some stylish clothes.
Although and the picture's up, by the way, so you can see Hulk and his new girlfriend. And I'm telling you, he's been looking to date the random breezies for a long time. And I'm just comparing it to his status of 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I could feel it that he's been dying to date all these women for all these years, and his status would have worked so much to his advantage back in the day, back in the old school Hulk Hogan days. But now I'm just saying it's almost got an inverse effect as to where it was.
Well, as to where it was, maybe.
All right.
But you see a guy like Mick Jagger, he's disgusting, and he has like 25-year-old girlfriends.
You're picking guys that are in that small pool of always relevant, never going to be seen as a loser candidate. You're picking Jack Nicholson, you're picking Mick Jagger. Hulk Hogan isn't in that. He's not in that category.
But those guys are disgusting, and women don't care. They'll date anybody.
All right. Well, I don't think they'll date anybody. But there's a whole slew of actors that have run their course that if you were to be in the Hollywood scene and you're 25 years old and you look good and you're a female and you're dating them, you'll be made fun of.
He's one of them.
I'm not saying Hulk Hogan's one of them, but he's on the fringe.
Wow. He's got a fanny pack? All that. That's not happening.
All right, but maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe his status is only helping him so as big as ever. I don't feel it. I think he missed this real big shot to be like all over.
That I agree with. If he was single in 85, over.
And there's gonna be a contingent of women that don't want to date him because he's Hulk Hogan. Because it's embarrassing to be dating Hulk Hogan at this point. You disagree with that?
I don't think it's embarrassing to be dating Hulk Hogan.
You disagree with that?
I disagree with that as well. I think
alcoholic, unemployed husband you can have. You have. But I think Hulk Hogan's not a bad pull, right? As far as husbands go.
That if they bring him home to Dad's kind of in awe, like, wow, that's kind of cool. My daughter's dating a Hulk Hogan thing.
I'm talking about the 25-year-old hot girls.
I his count
of the 25-year-old hot girls in the country.
Right.
What percent of them are going to be embarrassed to be dating Hulk Hogan and tell their friends about it at this point in time, 2008, April? Spring of 2008. What percent? 0%? Is that what you're telling me?
No. I think like a quarter of them.
All right, well, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, not all of them. You're saying it works against him. That sounds like it works for him if 75% are into dating him.
All right, whatever. Anyway. I'll give you 25, 30% are going to be like, but if there's a pool that it works against you, then never mind, I'm too tired. Anyway, what else is going on, please?
I think it's cool to be Hulk, though, don't you think? If you had to be a 55-year-old.
When I'm 55,
And that's the goal. There's only one alternative to not being 55 someday, and that's to die. Hulk Hogan status is a nice spot. Right. Although I don't want to be the butt of jokes, though, and I think in some...
You think he's the butt of jokes?
I don't think so.
With some pool of people out there, he's the butt of jokes at this point. That's where you're not seeing me.
Yeah, he probably is, but not the hot girls. They don't care. They're not ripping him.
Faye the Pooh, you're 24.
Yes, sir, I am.
The girls you know.
Close to a 24-year-old girls we know.
If Hulk Hogan starts hitting on them, a lot of people who listen to the show think you are a 24-year-old girl.
Okay.
The girls you know, Hulk Hogan starts hitting on them. They're all excited. Wow, I'm getting hit on by Hulk. This is a dream come true. This is the big fish I've been looking to land, or what? Or are they a little bit embarrassed at this point to be talking to their friends about how they're dating Hulk Hogan?
I would think they would be embarrassed, but
You're feeling me a little bit, is what you're saying.
I feel you a little bit, but... But at the end, they'll see dollar signs and be like, yeah.
I don't know how much money. Well, he probably has a ton of money.
Yeah.
But as far as like appearances and looks and stuff, they're like, are you for real?
If Hulk Hogan walks into your club, does he pull out a hot girl?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? If Hulk Hogan walks into a club, it's just a ridiculous spectacle.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be funny, but there's gonna be
54-year-old man walking into the club. Hey, I'm single now. Oh, he's vitamins. Say your prayers.
Well, but
Not your average.
Yeah, exactly. He's not.
He's gonna.
I mean, Billy Joel. Look at Billy Joel's wife. She's what?
Billy Joel didn't walk into a club.
He's gonna get a money-hungry groupie anywher he goes.
But
Billy Joel's wife's like 20.
Yeah, and by the way,
25.
have you seen him when they were on Oprah and they were pimping her little cookbook?
Yep.
He was sitting there looking like a grandpa.
Yeah, he is grandpa.
I mean, looking bad though. I mean, he doesn't even look near as good as Hulk Hogan.
Are they the same age? Around the same age?
I'm sure they are.
I think
Billy Joel's older than...
But not by much.
Yeah, but those years that they're differing, like if Billy Joel's probably around 60 and Hulk Hogan's 54, those 6 years make a big difference in a man.
True. I mean, Jack Nicholson, at one point, he just turned into grandpa.
Yeah.
He looked kind of like an old guy. And then next thing you know, he's got
Yeah,
the
he
chicken
did.
gizzard
You're right.
overnight.
It's like Bob Barker's hair turned white overnight.
Yeah.
Now tell me...
But seriously.
Billy Joel's what, Pasty? Billy Joel's what?
58.
58.
So
All right, so they're 4 years
apart.
You see what Hulk Hogan looks like 4 years from now, and you'll see a major drop-off.
Whose body went through more hell? Billy Joel's?
Billy Joel never had a body.
Billy Joel led a tough life, though.
Well, the drinking and, I guess you're right. I guess,
crashing his car, doing all those drugs every 5 minutes.
Yeah, but
tell her about it.
still, I think that if you sent those two into a club...
Billy Joel's not going into any club.
But
He's not
if
interested.
you did...
Yes, if you want to give me... If you send them both into a club, they look like two ridiculous guys in a club.
For sure.
But Hulk Hogan's doing better than Billy Joel, yes.
But the way I see it is, if I'm a 25-year-old girl and I have to do a 55-year-old dude, I'm doing Hulk Hogan over someone who doesn't
any 55-year-old
who doesn't take care of their body, who looks like a troll.
Well, why would you be a 25-year-old girl that has to do a 55-year-old guy?
Well, if you're into that, yeah.
My whole point is that a 25-year-old girl generally is not going to want to do a 55-year-old guy, and Hulk Hogan is not able to really reap the benefits of his status like he would have ridiculously been able to, like, even 10 years ago.
That's true. You are right about that.
When he was Hollywood Hogan, even.
Oh, yeah.
With a black beard.
NWO.
For sure.
He looked pretty mean with that black beard. Remember that?
Weird.
For life. He looks kind of weird with this blonde girl here. All right.
But she doesn't look like a young 27-year-old. She looks a little weathered, right? I mean...
Well, there are other pictures of her, like where they're in the pool together.
Yeah, she looks really old.
They're in the ocean together. She's got no makeup on. That she doesn't look really good at all to me.
Right.
I don't want that 27-year-old. I'd throw her back.
Yeah.
But Hulk Hogan is with her in some mildly serious fashion already in his early single days. He was married for about, 20 years?
Yeah, probably more than that. I think they got married in like 86.
Well, Delia says that Hulk Hogan is gorgeous, and who wouldn't date him?
Wow. Delia?
Listen to me, T-Man.
Oh, geez. Of course I will.
You've got to put yourself in the place of these 19, 27-year-old. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know 19-year-olds who would date Hulk Hogan. It's also a matter of status. They think...
that's my point. His status is almost, at this point, like the butt of jokes to some extent.
I think
and 25-year-old girls would be made fun of by their 25-year-old friends because she's dating Hulk Hogan.
I don't think
Their friends would be jealous. Their fathers would be jealous.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what jokes stem from. It stems from jealousy, but they still have a field day and make the girl who's dating Hulk Hogan feel all insecure about the fact that she's dating such a has-been kind of figure like Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I mean, he did have the show, which makes him more relevant than the average has-been. But
you look at his body; he's not a has-been. And his money. Until that goes away, he won't be a has-been.
He's wearing a fanny pack.
There you go.
All right?
Yeah, that's his only faux pas right there. That's pretty sizable.
He's stuck in the 80s.
What are you, the fat housewife at Disneyland in 87?
Wow.
He's got a fanny pack on the front waist area.
Yeah. You know, I'm wondering if he can't fit his hands into his pockets or something. There's got to be a reason.
That's what liposuction is for.
Because they used to make fun of him on the show for it.
Well, if you can't put your hands in your pockets, wear looser jeans. Maybe that's part of the.
No, I mean his hands are so
not getting now.
His hands are so big. Not that they're so tight. His hands are so big they don't literally fit in the pocket.
If he wear loose enough jeans, he would be able to put his hands in.
No, the pocket's only so big. It's not a tight thing. They're just only so big.
Well,
they'll find a place for his hands.
All right, Delia, we get it.
All right.
You're next in line to date Hulk Hogan now that he's single. If this girl screws it up, and she probably, even if she doesn't, will, he'll get sick of her in a couple of months.
The dads would be very proud of their little girls.
Yep.
Yeah, the dads who liked Hulk Hogan and saw him, in the L.A. Forum like 20 years ago.
That's not really building this case. The fact that if someone's dad loves him, big deal.
When he was beating Dr. D. David Schultz in a big match and her dad was there in the second row, he'll be excited to be introduced to Hulk Hogan. But what does that mean? Your dad's supposed to hate the guy you're going out with. Isaiah would like to give his thoughts on this. Yes, Isaiah.
Hello?
Hello, Isaiah. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. I just want to say, man, that Hulk Hogan is way too old to be dating a 27-year-old, man.
We can't say the F word on the air, all right? I know that you didn't mean to, but we had to dump that.
I apologize.
Okay, he said it's like effing kissing your grandpa, and we had to dump that. Yes,
it's kind of nasty, man.
It's nasty.
And then you have to think that. Hell, this is the same man that walks around in red or yellow spandex.
Now, have you seen the picture, Isaiah? Have you seen the picture on the TManShow.com? Or it sounds like you're in your car. You probably haven't yet, right?
Yeah. I mean, and then he's always showing his little bitty Peter and walking around the house and everything. And I would have stuck with Linda. And he should have stuck to where it was all good. She looks a lot better than the woman he's dating now.
Oh, showing us itty bitty Peter. I don't know if he's confusing him with Michael Jackson or what, but
I don't remember that episode.
I'll tell you this: if you are looking at the front page of the TManShow.com, it is fair to say I will give you your point that from the neck down, you couldn't tell how old this man is.
Yeah.
But you don't look at him from the neck down. You have to also include the neck up.
Right.
That's part of what you're looking at here, and that makes you forget about what he looks like from the neck down, in my opinion, because from the neck up, he looks weathered.
He's definitely weathered, but he doesn't look 80.
With his handlebar mustache, please. Can you shave that thing or what?
Hey, that's who he is, man. He ain't ever shaving that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is who he is, and if he shaves it, he's no longer Hulk Hogan.
That's right. Brother.
I'm probably just jealous because he's got a little hump on here. But in the pool, I'm not jealous of the girl that he's holding, swimming around in the ocean.
Yeah.
But the one he's walking with here looks pretty good. Yeah. And taking into consideration it's the same girl, Terry, but
I know.
I don't want the one in the ocean.
I'd like arms that big at 55, though, if I could.
Well, he's probably still taking some semblance of growth hormone, steroid kind of situation. If you take it and still lift at age 55, your body's going to look good, too. He's probably so in deep with steroids that he can't stop taking them. Because your body produces... Terry, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on the radio.
Right.
Your body produces natural steroids, Terry. And if you start taking steroids the way Hulk Hogan took them in the 80s...
Sure.
Your body all of a sudden will stop producing those steroids. Then you can't stop taking them because you need them. So he couldn't stop if he wanted to. Which is why he still looks this big. He's not looking this big because he lifts like a madman every day. He probably still lifts a lot. Yeah. But he needs more than that to look this good at 55. He's still taking some serious crap.
All that being said, I like arms that size at 55.
All right, well, I'm telling you, you can get them if you're willing to pay the price.
Oh, I am. Yeah, man.
Well, good for Hulk Hogan.
Way to be single, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
We were wondering if we were going to see him out and about, hitting the clubs, dating girls, and we are. That's great.
Yeah, he's
We
definitely
did.
that.
When we heard that he was breaking up with his wife, we asked the question on the air, do you think he'll be out at the clubs dating little 25-year-olds? And the question is now answered. Now, the next question that I would like to have you answer is, do you think he's happy? 20-year marriage goes kablooey. Fresh out of the divorce, he doesn't waste any time to find a pretty damn good-looking, big-boobied blonde.
Right.
Do you think deep inside, where it really counts, the man is happy, kind of numb, or sad? Do you go happy, kind of in the numbed, I don't know what I'm feeling state? Or is he really sad about where things have gone in his world?
I think he's
Who wants to step up and answer first? Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Quick.
The first 6 months, he's loving his life. Loving it. Couldn't be happier.
Look at those huge milkers.
Oh, yeah.
Disagree with that.
Anybody know how to text on this
I
thing?
think
sticking
truly
his
that
handlebar.
he's sad.
Sticking his handlebar mustache in those milkers and going...
No, I actually think he's kind of numb and really sad throughout the whole thing.
Sad. Terry's going numb
Because
and sad.
and the only reason why I brought up
When he's not numb, he's sad.
the whole gladiator, where I noticed that he was still wearing the wedding ring, that's why I think he's still feeling that way.
He ain't wearing the wedding ring in this picture, so maybe those gladiator little shoots were done months and months ago.
Who knows how long ago that was for?
While he was still technically married. I don't know. Who
Could've
knows when they
been.
put those in the can, Terry?
Ben, you're right, but
He knows when he's doing it this weekend.
I mean, I think that for public appearances, sure, it's all Jesus, guys, it's all well and good. But I think truly, when he behind closed doors, he's pretty numb and he's pretty sad about.
It's good to be Hulk right
Now
now.
that's the can. It's worth putting it in.
Yep.
Yes. So you're saying when he's not sad, he's numb. When he's not numb, he's sad. But
Yeah, I just think
he's
he's
definitely
just
not
kinda,
happy right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's like at the height
Yeah.
going, woohoo.
Why
Just
should
like
he?
that?
Why could he be happy? I mean, what?
Well, I think sure.
Oh, he looks miserable. And by the way, Nikolai Volkov called in and said he'll take any girl of any age if you have somebody lined up.
Now, Nikolai Volkov, all the 25-year-old girls are just so jealous.
If you can't find a girl, take a CD or something. Whatever you got free.
Yes. All right.
It's good to be Hulk.
1-866-663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Our romance radar just picked up a hot new couple alert.
Oh.
Desperate housewife Terry Hatcher and Sex in the City stud Jason Lewis.
That's a big rumor.
Who's Jason Lewis? Doesn't he play for the Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns?
I don't know.
That's Jamal Lewis. But anyway, why is Terry Hatcher still single? What's her problem?
I don't know.
She's too busy having faux relationships with Ryan Seacrest. Right. Quit doing that and actually date guys that are into you.
Yeah. Well, Jason Lewis, is he also kind of like in that limbo status where Ryan Seacrest kind of is? Is Jason Lewis, they said from Sex and the City, is he the one who played one of those characters that was one of the kind of homosexual friends of one of the girls?
No. He was the one that he was the vodka model.
Oh,
dude.
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's with Samantha.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
with Samantha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
And she was. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, so he's definitely gay then.
Yeah, to answer your question, he's
geez.
not on the fence. And by the way, when is Seacrest on the
He
fence?
is
In
freaking
limbo.
hot though.
Seacrest is on the fence.
When has Seacrest been in limbo?
Everyone thinks Seacrest is gay. I am one of the select few that's not. I think it actually is helping his career for all the speculation that he's gay, and I think he's gone with it.
You think it's helping?
Yes, I think it keeps people and magazine articles talking about him to some extent, and it's not hurting his career for all the speculation. I don't think he's gay.
You had to wager a paycheck on
I
whether
wouldn't bet
or
any
not-
money on it.
Okay.
But
Oh dang!
in a
yeah.
gentleman's bet,
I don't
think
like
I
gentlemen's
could
bets.
win.
I ain't no gentleman.
I think I could win this one. I'm not saying I would definitely win this one. I think I could win this one.
That he's at no point been romantic with a man. Whether he
think
regrets it or not,
I think he's a heterosexual guy who's very selective and knows that he's got the pick of the litter right now, and there'll be a lot of women that want to hang out with him. The guy makes tons of cash, and he loves working. I mean, he's a hard-working guy. He does every project they throw his way.
Yes. Never says no to work.
Never says no to work, loves a paycheck, gets paid big bucks for anything he does.
He loves a nice job.
And
Never shied away from a nice job.
So you would see,
I think he's heterosexual. I think he's heterosexual.
You would bet that he's never been intimate with a man.
I think...
No toe tapping.
I don't think he's ever been intimate with a man. More importantly, I don't think men turn him on, all right? I think that truly is what entails being gay and not being gay.
You just got the
Do you get a half tank when you walk by a good-looking guy, you're gay. If you don't, you're not. I mean, what turns you on, all right?
Yeah, turn him on.
Do you draw wood when you see a good-looking guy and you're a guy yourself? Okay, that pretty much is my criteria. If you are, you're gay. I don't care what your makeup is as far as whether you're married, you got kids. This is what determines whether you're gay or not. Very simple, and it's pretty much determined by age 6, not something you choose at age 20. This is just my theories on this, my beliefs, and of course I'm dead right. Okay, what else is going on in the world?
Jason Lewis guy is hot, by the way.
He played, what was the name of that character? Jared something Jared?
Because she made him switch his last name to his first name, right?
No, they made Jared his last name when Jared was his first name, I think. Yeah, something Jared.
Yes.
Or maybe Jared was his first name.
I don't know.
Something Jared. I remember.
Yeah.
See, when my wife wasn't, I showed him pretending like I didn't like it and I was being dirty to it. Anyhow.
Yeah, he's
hot to you?
Yeah. Whoa.
Yes.
I thought Halle Berry's little model guy was pretty hot.
But you would take...
Whoa, this guy by far.
You would take Terry Hatcher's model guy over Halle Berry's model guy now.
Yeah, Gabriel,
if you had the choice.
I'll take Jason.
Well, that's good to know because we're about to play the game show called Which Model Guy Do You Want? And Terry, we'll take Terry Hatcher's... All right, whatever.
No.
What else is going on in the world, please? I understand
there's a couple things, actually, I want to mention to you. I'm getting IM'd from gay phone operator.
Yes, that's something Vinnie the Pooh told me during the break. That
he's a tad upset.
Gay phone operator is firing off emails to anyone who will pay attention this morning. He's irate. I warned him yesterday that there was going to be a timeout on Terry Cam this morning. We're giving everyone a timeout, and he didn't take it seriously.
Yes.
Well, maybe if him and his little posse, if him and his little crew, Terry, him and his little rainbow coalition of friends there wouldn't be spewing hate and racial slurs and all kinds of slurs on Terry Cam, we wouldn't be in this position.
I hear ya.
We're in a position we don't want to be in as it pertains to gay phone operator.
I never thought I'd say that, Mom. Yeah, Colin with the guys he goes out with.
So maybe he should look in the mirror as to why Terry Cam is not in operation this morning.
Look in the mirror.
I don't put blankets all over his mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He hasn't looked in years.
Yes. Well, I understand there are a lot of listeners that are firing off emails and stuff like that, saying they're being punished for this, that they're not able to listen to the show this morning. See, people have used Terry Cam as one of the main means of listening to the show.
Correct.
And it's become like it's taken on a life of its own, Terry Cam. I always knew it would, Terry.
Right.
I had to convince people for months to take me seriously on the thought of Terry Cam.
Wow.
They didn't take it as seriously as I took it from the get-go. I offered the idea of Terry Cam months before it went on. I said, do this. It'll work. It'll be fun, blah, blah, blah. Terry's big boobies. Everyone wins. And they're like, it's going to require work, and I don't think it's that...
It's going to require work.
I don't think it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be some costs. I said, don't worry. It's going to be a big situation that the listeners will love, and they weren't believing it. It took them time for me to convince them, and now all management is like, where's Terry Cam this morning? They're even firing off emails to us. What happened? We're getting a lot of complaints about Terry Cam.
Yeah.
Well, where were you when I was telling you how big time it would be?
That involves work. Yeah, we're going to take a pause.
Everyone suffers this morning.
People get addicted to it, man.
Yes, and I knew they would. And now they have to deal with it's like 1.5 hours of no Terry Cam, and people are fiending for Terry Cam.
I'm shaking. I'm cold. I get the withdrawals.
He said, F your mirror.
Who said F your mirror? Gay phone operator?
Yes.
Well, instead of getting mad at us, maybe he should get mad at himself for this being the situation we're in this morning.
You don't
have to fire off Terry. He hears what I'm saying.
Right. He owns a radio. That he does own.
But I'm not going to be a spiteful man, Terry. I think I've made my point, and at some point this morning, not now.
You've made your point.
But at some point this morning, we perhaps will re-engage Terry Cam for the listeners. Not now. Let him twist a little bit in the wind over the next couple of minutes or so.
They're so used to being an hour in, it's not even funny.
They got a little too comfortable, a little too using Terry Cam as the crutch of their vehicle into the program, Terry.
Yep.
Now I snap it right back.
How's Elusive J going to win every prize when he doesn't get a head start on people? He's out. He got no shot.
How are we going to know where Tony 1969 is driving today?
Is Elusive J, is he also in Gay's little crew?
Oh, yes, he is.
See, Gay's developed a little crew from Terry Cam, too. These are, I can't say that I had every little angle of Terry Cam covered from the moment that it was thought up by me, Terry, thought up by me. Did I mention that? It was my inspiration for this whole thing that is Terry Cam, this whole life form.
Right.
That the stick cam people now throw on the front page of their website. Oh, come to Terry Cam. And that's why I got people all over the country coming to it.
I know.
Because it was the #1 daily, weekly, and monthly little area of their world on stick cam.
Yes.
Over the past few days. They're probably as upset as anyone right now.
He's saying that him and his Rainbow Coalition will kick your ass.
I didn't. Oh, is that what he's doing now?
Yeah.
He's threatening me? Oh, so he's threatening me now.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who I considered a friend of mine, Terry.
Yes.
I give him Terry Cam.
Called you a fat guy.
He called me a what?
Fat guy. He's using your words.
He gets a little crew together due to Terry Cam, which he wouldn't have had if it weren't for me. He wouldn't have had the access to this new out of control life form called Terry Cam. He wouldn't have had access to this. He wouldn't even have known what he was missing.
Right, he's not making friends without us, no doubt.
But because of Terry Cam, he develops this crew with Jerko and
Elusive J
and Dizzle and all these people now that give him this confidence to talk tough. And now he's chucking away our friendship because he feels all tough now. You feeling tough, Gay? Is that what you're feeling? Well, if you want to go to war, you just say so.
Oh, boy.
This is a war that you and your little Rainbow Coalition cannot win. Just for the record, I'm not looking for war, Terry.
I understand that.
I'm not a warmonger. I'm not G-Dub.
Okay.
All right? I am a man of love and peace. Yeah, right.
Harmony.
But I love a good war.
Yeah.
And Gay better watch what he says.
Watch? No, I'm just kidding. I know.
So is he prepared to take back? What did he call me again? I forget now.
Your word, Vagi.
No, before that he said something that kind of bugged me.
They'll kick your ass.
Oh, yeah, that'll kick my ass.
Him and the Rainbow Coalition.
So ask him if that is a direct threat that the Rainbow Coalition is making with him as their leader.
Yeah, he's like
or
Charles
is it something
Manson.
he would like to take back at this time? I would like a clarification on that, tell him. I would like clarification if he was just trying to be cute just now, or if he's truly making a act of war towards me at this time.
Cute chubby bottom?
Oh, now I think he's really being a smarty pants. Smart. Because he keeps going, I love you, T-Man, sir. I love you, T-Man, sir.
Now, tell him he can't play that angle. He can't play that card. He can't play the, I'm gonna be confusing here and not let anyone know what direction I'm coming from now. No, he's got to answer the question. Was that an act of war? Or was he just trying to be cutesy and I shouldn't take it seriously? I want to know what his intention was behind that statement. And I will wait as long as it takes for him to respond.
All right. It's not taking him long. Chris is typing a message.
If he's the leader of a country, his people are definitely starving. He's taking all
He's ridiculous. I will take it back or front from you anytime.
So, okay, he refuses to respond to what I've asked of him.
So the Rainbow Coalition's a bunch of pussies. We know that, right? It's true. I mean, he said he's going to kick your ass, and then he totally backtracks. So there.
Well, he knows that I've done nothing but been a person who has provided entertainment and a life for him altogether over the past number of years.
Right. I understand.
All right?
Yes.
Now, Terry, what else the hell is going on in this world, please?
This was actually something pretty amazing to me. Back in...
What else the hell is going on in this world?
Check this out. In 1994...
Yes.
A dude paid $20 for the domain name pizza.com.
Pizza.com.
Yes.
$20.
And yesterday...
Here's $20. Let me have it.
Okay, and yesterday he sold it for guess how much?
Yesterday, I will take a stab at this, Terry. I love game shows like this. He paid $20 in 19... Who would have thought to squat something in 1994? That's like MS-DOS time, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's a little past that. But in 1994, I don't think people even thought of squatting domain names. Would be I think people pretty much started doing that around 98, 99.
Well, he did it in 94.
He got a jump.
Yep.
on the competition, $20 for Pizza.com, and he sold it yesterday for $6.3 million.
$2.6 million.
Wow.
But still,
Pretty far off. He got a bad deal.
Well, but still.
He got a bad deal. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it's a valuable domain name for whoever bought it. Pizza Hut or Papa John's.
Or whomever.
If someone out there is just lazy and wants to punch in Pizza.com into a search engine or an address bar, and you want them to go to your website, he could have sold for a lot more after all that squatting time. And he got railroaded. He got a bad deal.
For $280.
Hey, $2.6 million, everyone's going to love. Don't get me wrong.
He made $2.6 million over 14 years, basically.
Yes.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Not even cost of inflation.
Still.
Right. How do you live on that?
I mean, over one,
no one's going to say the guy didn't make out well. I'm just saying, if I'm his agent, I tell him to toss back that lousy offer.
Well, he was happy with it, so he took it.
Because if I'm Pizza Hut, I'm paying a lot more than $2.6 to have Pizza.com in my possession.
That sounds big time if you have that.
I want that to be my property if I'm one of the big pizza chains.
No.
So he could have cashed in for more than 2.6, but a good job nonetheless.
Right.
Now the question is there any point to squatting names at this point, or is everything that is potentially worth anything already been taken care of?
You've got to be creative.
What's the next big thing? The next big words out there. If a couple of years ago you would have squatted MySpace, you could have been rich.
Right.
I mean, you can't squat anything like a brand name or anything. You can't
Coke or something.
You can't squat Coke, even though obviously it's pretty late in the game for that. Obviously, but
I'm gonna try. Hold on. Oh, it's taken.
Yeah. But what's the big thing that's coming up around the curve that we can get rich off?
That would have been it if you.
Because these kind of stories piss me off. Even though this guy had the foresight, even though this guy was able to see past all kinds of barriers and see the future, Terry. Mm-hmm. Even though he deserves probably every last penny of the 2.6 for having that kind of foresight, it still pisses me the hell off that some guy gets rich off something like this. Basically doing nothing.
Yeah.
Pizza.com. Where's my meals?
Yeah, there you go. People try to squat like movie titles, but then they kind of worked around that, So like Batman 3, you can't squat that. They'll just go Batman Returns the movie _3 coming out. They'll find ways around it.
Yeah.
So you can't do movies anymore.
And movies come and go so quick that it's not like Pizza Hut wanting Pizza.com for a lifetime.
Right.
A movie's around for a couple of weeks. That's really all they really want to get as far as a bang for their buck out of the website.
I got Geely.com.
Oh, you are rolling in dough.
Here's $10.
All right, how do we get rich, Terry? How do we get rich off the next big name?
I don't know.
There's something out there. He's got to be creative, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm trying to get people thinking, Terry.
Okay.
Terry'sAbundant.com. I'll give you $6 billion.
All right, done.
Gotta have it for myself. I want someone out there in our listening audience to get rich like this, because it pisses me off when some loser out there, all he simply does is pay $20 for Pizza.com, and now he's pretty much set for a long time.
Yeah.
I think the Beer.com guy, I heard, made a lot of money, too. That was a big story.
I can actually, they actually have a couple of names if you want. That
people got rich off of?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how much they made?
Yes.
Is this the biggest cash allotment paid out to someone who squatted a domain name?
No.
All right, give me some of the ones that people got rich off
guess.
of.
I mean, what's the biggest?
Well, beer, as you mentioned, and just, I don't know.
They just give a couple examples. So, one of the
Hooker.com?
Microsoft? No?
One of the lower priced ones was...
I need a slut right now.com?
Wow, there you go.
What's my password again?
Yeah, one of the lower ones was tease.com and that only sold for $225,000.
Instructions on how to kill my wife.com?
Wow.
I mean, not me personally, but I'm sure they'll get a lot of hits.
Oh, yeah. I'm just reading, dude. I would never act on it.
And then vodka.com.
Vodka.com did really well.
Sold for...
See, that's a general kind of title that you could squat.
Right.
And the people at Smirnoff or Grey Goose or someone out there is going to want to pay you for it.
More me.
But it's too late for stuff like that. You can't be squatting names like that. They're all taken.
Oh, great idea. How about whiskey.com? I'll take it. How about gin.com? I'll take it.
$3 million.
$3 million for vodka.com?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was bought back in 2006.
Just in 2006?
Yep.
No, I bought out.
It was bought out in 2000.
Right. Yeah, in 2000. Yeah, by a... No.
I thought it was available until 2000.
No, it was, yeah.
It wasn't clear.
It was, yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to know when the people squatted these names.
That doesn't tell me. It just tells me when
it was bought out.
Between 94 and 96, safe to say.
Does it say what companies bought these titles or no? Who bought vodka.com?
A Russian vodka exporter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they paid what?
$3 million.
$3 million.
3 million rubles, whatever. $10.
Unless you can make change. Yeah.
Business.com. It sold for $7.5 million.
$7.5 million for the person out there who had the foresight to just pay what? A couple of bucks for Business.com.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me, exactly who. It just kind of talks about the site. Diamond.com.
That's a good one.
Sold for $7.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously an online jewelry.
7-something million?
7.5.
All right.
Fund.com.
All right, I'm starting to get bored.
Sold for $10 million. And then Sex.com.
There it is.
Sold for $12 million.
And when you think about Sex.com, you think of this guy.
Well, there's Terry Free. Stupid stories of the day. Thank you, Terry.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Okay.
Now I can feel he contributed for the morning, and he can go back to sleep.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess there's no way to get rich off that stuff anymore, Terry.
Well, yeah,
There's something, though. You just got to be creative.
There's something, but you're not going to be able to think of what it is.
No, not until it's too late.
There's something, but it's not like... Yeah, you're right. There is something, but it's not like over the next hour you'll be like, I got it!
Right. It's not available now.
It ain't available, so good luck.
The T-Man Show.
It was an emotional night on American Idol when Ramiel Malubai was booted. She couldn't stop crying and had to be consoled.
We are not going to let you go with a frown on your face and tears rolling off your cheeks.
Yeah, I'm hearing this. Why didn't you tell me this yesterday, Terry? Wednesday night, you got the cute little Filipino girl that got kicked off American Idol, and you didn't want to tell me?
That's because I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
Yeah.
Well, how come you didn't watch it? Why aren't you watching American Idol? I thought you watched it every week.
I started to and just...
You losing the feel or what?
Losing the feel,
Really?
Lost the interest, don't really think any of them are good.
You're not going to be back, or you
I don't
just
think
kinda
so.
didn't even think of it on Wednesday night?
No, I'm really out, I think.
Totally out?
Totally out.
At least till the final 2 or 3 or what?
Not even interested in seeing that.
You mean you went all the way till about this point, and now you're out?
Yeah.
Well, cute little Filipino girl not only got kicked off, but apparently wouldn't stop crying. She was inconsolable, Terry.
Right, but that's typical of her. She cried every single time somebody
I think that's typical of most Filipino girls, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
Have you ever seen a Filipino girl cry, Terry?
I don't think I have.
I see it every night in bed, Terry. Let me tell you. It is a very dramatic situation, don't get me wrong.
Really?
Is it tough to get them to stop?
You can't get them to stop.
Okay, there you go. I was wondering. I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, I can't say that in the air.
That content's a little too rich.
I had to dump myself. That content was a little too rich in the rich content department, don't you know?
Yeah.
Pump yourself.
But, yes, the point is that, what was the point I was
We
trying
should
to
probably
make?
not talk for the next 2 minutes just to make sure we're safe.
Mm-hmm. Because at any second I could just, with my Tourette's, just start saying all kinds of things that can't be dumped now because the dump button has to reload, don't you know? Well, you're not a real Filipino woman, Terry. I mean, you're...
Oh, so I don't count?
Well, you're a Filipino woman biologically. You're a Filipino woman, I guess, just...
Physically, biologically, all of that, yes.
But as far
Culturally, maybe not.
As far as having any true culture Filipino background, you don't have one, so...
But genetically speaking...
Genetically speaking, this doesn't work here because you don't think like a Filipino woman. If you don't think like a Filipino woman, even if you are, you're not a Filipino woman, and you're not going to qualify as someone who can understand what I'm talking about as when I ask the question, have you ever seen a Filipino woman crying? You say, well, I cry myself to sleep every night just like your wife. But I can imagine. I didn't see American Idol either. I don't know what I was doing Wednesday night, but it wasn't watching American Idol. And I could
already envision in my mind how this girl was crying beyond recognition.
Yeah.
And I really liked her, too. I thought she was really cute. I thought she had a really good voice. Now, maybe I tuned in the 1 week where she just had an awesome week, but I remember watching about a month and a half ago where she just really knocked it out of the park.
Right.
And I had her projected as at least in the Final Four.
Right.
Where are they at now? How many people are left?
10?
No.
She didn't even make the top
8, I think.
She didn't even make the top 8?
Yeah.
There's a lot left.
What is she's crying like a baby? That country girl is still there?
Yes, Christy Lee Cook. Oh, my gosh. She's always in the bottom 3. Always. But I think, she just...
Careful what you say.
I think what it is with her, with the little cute little Filipino girls, that she did, you're right, cute, but...
Not enough personality?
Not enough personality, just kind of was
voice
like
wasn't
there.
great. That was good. I don't know.
was good.
They never were blown away by her.
You don't think her voice...
It was better than Christy Lee Cook.
You don't think her voice hits great status?
They didn't think so. The judges.
As it pertains to her competition, it wasn't in the great category?
If you heard her like at a high school musical, you'd say, wow, that was really good. But she's not the greatest thing you ever heard, Yeah,
they thought she had a really strong voice, but she didn't utilize it.
Well, she wouldn't stop crying, and Ryan Seacrest had to console her, and there's also one other little friend that apparently consoled her to the point where she at least was able to keep it together so she could put together some semblance of the goodbye swan song situation.
Oh, yeah.
Very awkward in and of itself, and I don't know why they make people have to be subjected to that, but that's a whole other story. Anyway.
Yes.
So none of you watched it?
I watched it a day late.
What do you mean a day late?
I TiVo'd it.
All right, so you watched it yesterday?
Yeah.
So you saw her cry?
I did.
Was it as bad as they're making it sound, or what?
Awful. It was really
uncomfortable for the viewer?
Yes. Not good.
Awkward for even the people out there who are a million miles away watching from a distance and just feel like uncomfortable.
I don't want to watch this anymore, yes. Make her stop.
Make her stop, or I have to turn it right now.
Correct. Which is what I say most of the time during the show, but especially during this time.
Nobody should be crying that hard.
No, not over this. No.
Is there any circumstance where anyone
if
should
your
be crying
parents just perished in a plane crash and you saw the plane crash in front of you,
maybe you would cry that hard.
Right, maybe.
But she was crying way too hard for these circumstances.
Unless your parents didn't have a will, then maybe cry that hard. If they had a will and they're loaded, you don't cry that hard. But yeah.
I think I understand now.
Yeah, you should not be crying this hard.
So anyone who's pointing out to me that this girl was crying way hard is not overstating it.
No, it was pretty insane.
I bet.
All right.
But again, like I said, she always was like that.
She seemed a little emotional.
Very
Every
emotional.
time someone got kicked off, she
Yes.
Well, that's nice for her to get emotional over other people being kicked off, and you think, wow,
But
what an
every single time?
empathetic person. But now that you see the way she cried over herself, and you're like, oh, she didn't really care about them. Look at the way she's crying over her own damn self.
Just a little crazy.
Yeah.
You think she's a little crazy?
A little bit, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, how close do you really get to these people after like a week? She's crying over someone leaving. Oh, my best friend just left. What's his name again?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
bogus.
Yeah, she was like supposedly really close with Danny Noriega.
Save it, honey. No one's buying your breakdown over this great friend of yours that obviously you've known for a lifetime leaving you. What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening?
Well, I better...
Apparently overly emotional.
Yes.
Like
I say, this is my first time watching American Idol. This show is definitely the greatest show of all time. I see why people say that. It is amazing.
It only took you 7 seasons to jump on board, but
I know.
let me tell you.
Oh, it's amazing.
Better late than never.
I mean, it's like heroin. I wish it was on 10 hours a day.
You're saying that with an obvious hint of sarcasm,
right.
And yet
I'm watching
it seems to be the reality. You TiVo it.
I know.
You haven't missed a week. You love it.
I love it.
Okay. And you refuse to watch one episode for 6 seasons.
Correct.
What else is happening, please?
I have a really, really bizarre and scary story.
So the point is, why don't you save it? Like she should have saved it.
I don't know why I'm watching it now. The writer's strike. I thought we have something to watch. But now
the writer's strike is long over now.
It is.
And now you're in too deep.
Well, my love for American Idol will never end.
Give me the scary story, Terry. I love a good scary story. And today is Friday, so sooner or later I got to turn this show over completely to the callers.
Right. Weren't we supposed to call somebody back today?
Oh, yeah, we might have been. Well, we don't remember that stuff. Go ahead. What do you got?
I have this really weird story about a group of middle school students who were taking a tour of Fenway Park in Boston.
I read about this.
Right.
And they were attacked somebody was.
A red-tailed hawk came swooping in and attacked this one girl.
Kind of fitting at the Red Sox stadium, Terry, where a red-tailed hawk comes swooping in. It kind of keeps everything all with the theme of Red Sox land.
Right.
A red-tailed hawk came swooping in and attacked a middle school girl.
Yeah, with the talons, with his talons.
Wow, that's serious.
Clawed her in the face, drew blood.
Yeah, that's a serious attack with the talons, Terry. I'd rather be hit with the beak than the talons.
How about I just not be attacked, period?
Come flying at me full speed with the beak. I'll take that over the talons. Are you serious?
Yes.
The talons?
The talons.
Ouch.
And I read just recently that they now have determined, I don't know if you have this in your story, Terry, that they did investigating as to what could have made this bird get so ridiculously over the top with aggression, and they discovered that there was a nest with an egg that the eagle, or whatever you call this thing, red-tailed hawk was protecting, and that could make any mama a little insane when you think your child or soon-to-be offspring is being threatened.
Yes.
So what they do, they destroyed the egg and got rid of the nest.
Really?
And
really? They destroyed the egg?
They didn't. It says that they just moved the.
Anybody want an omelet?
Yep, they made a little country omelet.
Oh, now.
And everyone's safe now. Everyone who goes to Red Sox Stadium, Fenway Park, is going to be good and safe now that this red-tailed hawk has nothing to worry about anymore.
Right.
Destroyed the egg. That's nice.
I think they destroyed the egg. Yeah.
It just says in my story that
extra
they
fetus in mine, or no? Is that possible?
Did they what?
that they just removed the home. Doesn't say anything about
destroying the egg.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're poaching that thing right now.
Oh Jesus. Nice.
I don't want that egg to have that red-tailed hawk. I can't remember what it is to have any flashbacks and memories and I don't know.
Wow. Pretty sensitive people to nature, I see. If that's the case.
I hope they just removed it.
Yeah. Well, in my story, like I said, they just removed it. And the girl is okay. Luckily, they did have to take her to the hospital.
Well, the red-tailed hawk says that's not why she attacked altogether, that people are putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5 here. It was the fact that middle school bitch was starting rumors about her, Terry, and she wasn't going to take it like that.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
All right.
And that's why the red-tailed hawk had to do something about that big mouth wench spreading all kinds of gossip.
Females are all the same, no matter what species.
She's all right.
Don't be talking crap.
That's what happens. You get a talon to the melon.
That's the moral of the story. Don't be spreading crap about other girls. You're going to take a talon to the cantaloupe.
13-year-olds just cannot get along.
Yes. How old was the girl? 13 years old?
When did you say middle school or something?
Yeah, middle school. Probably 12, 13.
She took a talon to the eye.
Jeez.
She got rushed to the hospital, right?
Yes.
But she's okay.
She's fine.
She's okay.
Yes, she is. She's. And like I said, my story didn't say anything about
That's because the phys ed teacher broke it up, probably.
That's always the phys ed teacher. With the whistle and the gray sweatsuit.
Let him go for a little while. Give us a little entertainment before you have to go breaking it up.
Jeez.
Gosh.
Oh, so the tours at Fenway, I imagine, are canceled until further notice, or what?
Well, I think since they moved the Hawks little
but still,
home,
if you're the middle school scheduled to take the tour today, you feeling comfortable about your little trip? Packing your sack lunch and heading out to Fenway?
Packing the sack.
I'll probably wear a hard hat of some kind, but adds a little excitement of the trip.
Does keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
And this is the spot where a girl just looking like you almost died yesterday.
All right. Where? Right here? This spot? Right exactly here?
What else is happening, Terrence? What else is going on in this wacky world of ours? Please tell me.
I have a story about a 62-year-old judge.
From 13-year-olds to 62-year-olds. All kinds of weirdness, yes.
In Rockford, Michigan, who is in trouble and could lose his job.
A judge?
Yes, a judge.
All right.
Because he was drawing pictures of male organs on court documents. He was doodling.
He was doodling
them.
schlongs?
Yes.
So man.
While a case was ongoing, while he was supposed to be...
he was listening to a case or two.
While he was listening to a trial in progress.
Yeah.
He's doodling, and little does he know, you don't even realize sometimes what you're doodling. He looks down, and there's a bunch of penises staring at him.
How did they get here?
Who voted?
I had no idea.
And the busybody stenographer happened to notice and probably rats him out. And dude is now in some trouble. Doodling sometimes helps people think, Terry.
Yeah, but
it's the
male organs?
So if he was doodling little kitty cats, or if he was doodling little rainbows, or little cotton candy.
How about
machines,
you don't doodle on court documents? How about you have another sheet of paper that...
So what is he in trouble for? For doodling on court documents or doodling songs?
Both.
Not so sure anyone knows why he's in trouble.
And of course, he says it wasn't him who drew the male organs.
I would like someone to point out why, in fact, what specifically he got in trouble for. Is it just the doodling per se? Any judge that doodles now is going to be facing the similar kind of consequences? Or we don't appreciate a person in his position of major authority to be doodling pictures of penises?
Well, there you go.
Someone step up and say, truly, why is in trouble? I'm confused. It's the schlongs.
Yes. But it doesn't help that it was on actual court documents that are filed.
Look at this one. This one's so big.
Mm-hmm.
So, the legal paperwork.
File this underage for huge cracker. That's one of my best works.
That is weird. I have a friend that loves to draw them, too. So I'll draw him on my car window.
Wasn't that in Superbad?
Yeah, when he was a kid, he did it. Yeah. My friend still does. He'll draw one on my window of my car every time he's near. Just draw a big one on my car. He loves it. He's such a weirdo. So I'm driving home and there's this big schlong drawn on my car.
Great.
My guys love drawing.
So that it's not, Terry. You just said a few seconds ago he got in trouble for doodling altogether. It's not doodling. You can doodle. Some people think more clearly when they're doing something like doodling.
He's in trouble for two things. Mostly the male organs on court documents.
Oh, court documents, schmorschmockuments. Yeah. What's the big deal? There's so many of them. Just rip off another copy that doesn't have big schlongs on it. Big whoop. And the second thing he's in trouble for is what?
Well, that's what I said.
Oh, court documents and...
Well, but mostly the schlongs, and then secondly, the court documents.
But what if he's not a good drawer and you can't really tell for sure what it is?
Well, obviously they could.
Well, why should he be penalized for his good artistic abilities? Let's say I were a judge. Let's say I were a judge, and I really have no ability to draw whatsoever. Okay, I can draw little doodles right now. You wouldn't know what the hell they were. Okay. So I'm a bad artist. But my status is intact because I can't draw well? You see what I'm saying? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Guy's being punished because he's able to draw a perfect likeness of a nice, full engorged with blood erect situation there.
It doesn't go that far.
Could have been busted, I don't know. Don't prosecute the man because he draws well, Terry, is my point.
I gotcha.
All right.
I understand.
Yeah, guys shouldn't have been doing that. Right. Listen to the case, would you please?
Do what now?
You old, sleazy, horny bastard.
Listen to what?
He probably wasn't even paying attention. These judges are there every day. Yes. They tune it out all the time.
All right.
What? What's going on? Yeah.
Heads, death.
Tails,
walks free.
Acquitted.
Yep. Heads. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
You guys.
All right, what state was that in? What city was that in? In Michigan. All right, they got bigger problems in Michigan. Whatever. What else? What else is going on?
Also in Tampa, Florida, the Hillsborough County School Board and District has voted and fired a band director.
A band director?
Yes. Because he was texting more than 500 messages to a student. To a female student, a member of the
And the reasonable amount of text messages you can fire off to a student is 300 or what?
Yes, 300 is right.
Well, it sounds
How about 0?
So you fire off one message, you're in the same kind of trouble as if you fire off 500.
I don't know if you actually get fired, but you do get reprimanded.
So 1 is reasonable. What if it's 1, but it's a doodle of a big...
Oh, would you come on?
If you like this, press 5.
I think nowadays,
I like it so much, I'm sick. Woohoo! Yes, what's that now, Terry?
I think nowadays every school and school district is on high alert for any kind of... I mean, if you can't even, touch a student in a friendly little side hug...
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Without getting...
Those side hugs were so cool.
Good job. That kind of thing. Or pat him on the back for a job well done.
Well, I told you, Mrs. Porcu used to walk around giving the Christmas kisses, Terry.
There you go. And now nowadays, if Miss Pooh came around and was giving Christmas kisses, she would be reprimanded.
Right before Christmas break, around December, 17th, 18th, whenever the day before Christmas break, she used to go around to all the male students giving Christmas kisses around the high school hallways.
Come on. Where?
Oh,
on the cheek?
God.
No, on the lips.
No way. No, she didn't.
Closed mouth, I got mine closed mouth. It's the most action I ever got in high school, by the way.
You are joking.
Mrs. Porcu would come up to you and give. Everyone called them her Christmas kisses.
On the lips.
More or less, yes. She didn't go for your side area of your face.
So how were you picked?
Maybe it wasn't
any guy?
Maybe it wasn't dead on both lips, but there was lip action, Terry.
Put her hands with your face in between her hands and give you a cute little Christmas kiss.
Hey, all I know is I wonder how she's going about her late December day activities
not doing it
now.
like that.
Well, team manager, lucky day, because here she is. One of these days, I'm going to say that it's going to be true. She's going to walk in.
Christmas all year round, baby. Get over here, Miss Porcu.
65 years old, going to walk in and give you a kiss.
She had the perfect name, too, didn't she? Miss Porcu.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wanted her so bad.
But seriously, if she did it now, she'd be in major trouble.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I had a woman PE teacher stick a hockey stick between my legs from behind and pull on it really hard.
Stop.
You can't do that now to kids. You'd be fired. Yeah.
Did it cause any
it hurt.
Lingering damage?
No, it didn't. No lingering damage, but it was embarrassing and it hurt.
Why did she do that?
She just
You ever have a
didn't
bad
like me.
night and explain to your wife, well, I mean, for that hockey teacher,
I wish I was.
you don't know what it was like.
We got plenty more excuses than that, but she was just kind
That
of
I drank about 6/5 of vodka. Anyway.
That doesn't help.
Okay, let me just start taking some calls here this morning. 1-866-663-T-MAN. It's a Friday morning. We are in the final 2 hours. We're in the back half of the show, and it's time to start hearing from the people out there that count, because Terry Cam is... Well, the people in Terry Cam land are being punished this morning. They're on timeout, if you will, Terry, and I've made that very clear now. I don't have to go through any further explanation as to why it's gotten to this point. They could all think amongst themselves as to why this has happened.
Yeah, it's like our parents used to say, we brought you in, we can take you out. There you go. You created Terry Cam, you can take it out.
People have gotten obsessed with Terry Cam, but they started to abuse Terry Cam to a large extent.
Right.
Terry almost looks a little bit more relaxed this morning than
for sure.
in many days, knowing that she's not being seen as just a mere piece of meat by many out there, that she doesn't even know where they are or what they're thinking from second to second. She's not on camera this morning for the first time in a while.
She can freely pick her nose and pull her underwear out of her ass.
Oh, hold on.
And coincidentally, she is right now.
There you go.
Her stories are on point and everything. Good job, Terry.
Nico, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, T-Man?
How are you, sir? Thanks for coming on this morning.
Oh, man, I'm doing good. It's the 5-pick guy, man. You helped me out a couple of weeks on the 5-pick.
Yeah, I remember him.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said it was a 6-pick, but we're not going to go through that again. Anyway, what...
No, what happened, T-Man?
Whatever, you don't
had to share the money with his
explain it.
brother.
We're
I swear to
fine.
God,
We were more
remember
than
I
able to
told
move on from it, sir. Don't worry about it.
No, I told you,
You
there
did?
was a push on one of them.
Okay, all right.
One of them had a push, so it got pushed down to a 5-pick.
Now we get it.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. You're not the big liar that everyone assumed. Anyhow, what can we do for you today, sir?
Hey, we need the special on the 4-pick tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
There's only 2 games tomorrow, so I don't know how you're going to come up with a 4-pick tomorrow.
The over-under.
Oh, the over-under, yes. Well, we're not going to go through it all. You have to call my 900 number. But what are the spreads on the games tomorrow?
UCLA +2.
Who's playing who? UCLA's playing Kansas or what?
UCLA is playing Memphis.
They're playing Memphis?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a bad matchup for UCLA.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like UCLA to beat Kansas if they were playing them, but they're playing Memphis, and Memphis right now looks pretty damn good. So I would have to lean towards Memphis, but for a further breakdown of this game, you'd have to call my 900 number.
Over-under is 134, by the way.
And the second game is what?
Carolina and Kansas.
See, I think UCLA would even beat Carolina, so they got the worst draw. Carolina and Kansas, I think these are the 2 weakest teams playing each other out of the Final 4. Kansas and North Carolina.
Carolina's giving up 3 points.
The 2 strongest teams are playing each other, UCLA against Memphis, and the 2 weaker teams are playing each other in Kansas and Carolina. Okay. And out of the 2 weaker teams, what's the spread?
-3.
3 points for North Carolina and UCLA.
Yeah, I like Carolina. So I say take Carolina and take Memphis.
Wow.
And don't run. Don't even walk. You might have to crawl to the bank on this one.
Oh, you're crawling.
'Cause I don't have an overwhelmingly strong opinion on the North Carolina game. Yeah, I could see Kansas winning that game, but I feel kind of confident on Memphis being able to beat UCLA, even though I like UCLA a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Memphis
That's kind of how I feel, too. So
Memphis just hits you from all angles right now.
Weak conference, though. I mean, they haven't really beat anybody.
You ever have to deal with that, Terry?
Oh, yeah.
Memphis just assaults you from every angle.
Wow.
Mind you, high school, Terry?
My turn, dude.
All right, T-Man, you get 10%, man.
There you go. Good luck to you, sir.
You get 10%.
Thank you.
What a deal.
Yeah, wow. Okay. 10% of nothing.
Right.
1-866-663-T-Man. Anything you feel like talking about this morning, call in now. If you have any big dilemmas as we head into the weekend, no one should head into the weekend with any issues on their mind, Terry. We are the people to solve. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Francisco. You're on the air, sir. What's up?
Hey, T-Man, how you doing? I don't know if you know me. I called you last week for some advice on a nursing exam.
Oh, how'd you do on the big nursing exam?
Yeah.
A lot of follow-up calls this morning.
I passed. So I was supposed to give you a call the very next day, but me and my buddies took a trip to my hometown in New York.
Well, you passed the nursing exam. You got to celebrate. Woohoo! That is cause for
for a week.
That's a 5-day straight celebration. I mean, think of all the dreams that came true, from you being a tiny little child till being a teenage boy to being the man you are now, and everything has come together. You have passed the nursing exam.
Yes, man. I want to thank you very much for the advice and the boost confidence.
Well, that's what I'm here for, my friend.
10% of his income, too.
Yes. I get 10% of all future earnings for the man who's going to dominate the nursing world from this point forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Way to go.
And in the 2008 nurses draft, Terry,
Yes.
Francisco in Tracy is your first draft pick.
All right.
First overall?
Yes, first
Wow,
overall draft
that's
pick. I don't think there's
amazing.
any doubt about it. Ask Mel Kiper, he'll tell you. He's a shoo-in for the first pick.
Oh, he can draw blood with 2 hands.
You guys are so wrong.
Good luck to you, Francisco.
Thank you so much, T-Man.
Take care, my friend. See, all dreams come true when you share your situations
Gotcha.
with the T-Man, Terry.
Yes.
What does Mel Kiper do the rest of the year, by the way?
Well, you know, it's a year-round situation that he turns his life over to it. It's not like a man works 1 week out of 52.
Seems like it. Well, he's scouting college kids the whole year.
Yes.
20-year-olds.
Hey, this guy can run really fast. Oh, you're going to love him.
Terry, I know you're a big fan of Mel Kiper. Why don't you tell everyone who Mel Kiper is? Go ahead.
Mel Kiper is a sports analyst who does an outstanding job telling you where everybody needs to be drafted and
That's
all
so
kinds
cute
of
the way
sports.
Terry tries to talk about sports.
It's funny.
Nicole, you're on the air. What's up, baby?
Huh?
You're on the air.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I have a problem, okay?
All right.
I want to know, okay, I have a boyfriend that I've been with for like 3 years, and now he's starting not to work, so I want to know if I should leave him. Or should I be there to support him?
She dropped the loser at the first sign of him exposing the fact that he is potentially an out-and-out loser, Terry. Or should you hang on to some hope that he's not a good-for-nothing? That's the question that Nicole wants answered.
Right.
He's finally shown a loser quality. Is it like roaches where there's one, there's many, Terry, as far as these qualities? And she should expect the other loser qualities to come flying out
but
now?
what's the reason for him not working anymore?
Huh? What was that?
You're not very forgiving. You're not very much of a girlfriend that rolls with the punches with her boyfriend, it seems here, Nicole. He loses his job you haven't even told us the reason, and you want to know whether you're going to just drop.
Honestly, you want to know the reason? The reason is because he's been, doing, I can't tell on air, I think.
He has a drug problem, or at least enough that it caused him to lose his job. Is that where you're going with this?
Yeah, he's had drug problems.
Mm-hmm. So you could stand by a guy with a drug problem who has a job.
Right.
But a guy with a drug problem that has lost his job, that's where the roof caves in. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you? You've never touched a joint in your life, I imagine? You've never had any kind of run with drugs, or what?
Nope. Drug-free is the way to be.
Sick. I have that shirt, too.
Do you?
Gross.
Couldn't even say it without laughing.
Therefore, I want to know if you could...
How old are you?
I'm only 21.
And how old is he?
He's 24.
And what was he doing that you're just blown away that he blew it and lost his job and he'll never be the same? What was he doing?
Crystal meth.
He was what? Personnel?
Crystal meth.
Oh, no, okay. She's telling me. What kind of job was he doing? Crystal meth, man.
Yeah.
It's a little more serious than rolling
Just a little bit. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of, how about rehab?
I'll take over your whole life.
What kind of job did he have?
He was working at the dealership just for body work.
Mm-hmm. It's like an auto mechanic, dude?
Yeah.
And you were proud of him going to work, fixing people's cars, making an honest living. Even if he was doing his meth, you were able to tolerate it because he brought home and made his own money. Now you've lost complete respect for him.
Yep.
Well, Terry, it's hard to say, no, you got to stick by the crystal meth addict.
Right. A little tough to do.
Ride it out.
So she's asking our advice on what she should do on the unemployed crystal meth addict, Terry.
Huh.
It really seems like some slam dunk advice that we have no other option than to throw her away. You might be at the point where, yes, cutting your losses and moving on to the next guy is the right course of action.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough to just pull the ripcord on a guy who has
it's
a problem.
hard to have this situation now compounded on him. It'll only make his ability to recover from his problems that much more difficult, Terry.
Well, unless
if she bails on him, but she's not responsible for a man who has caused his own problems in large part.
Right. And they say that crystal meth is one of the hardest drugs to even get off of.
So you're going to be seen as a bastard ass for what you're doing, kind of callous for leaving a guy in his most darkest moment here. But really, for us to advise anything else would be somewhat irresponsible. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is he as far as taking care of you sexually? Does he do everything you want out of a man? Being a 21-year-old with some serious, drastic sexual needs that you obviously have?
Actually, he doesn't do it.
He doesn't do a good job.
He's too busy.
Well, that confirms it. You got to stay with this guy.
Right.
He's horrible in bed, Terry.
Yeah.
Crystal meth addict who has no job.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, Dad.
And he walks up to department store centers and punches him in the face.
Yeah. This guy's perfect. I love him. And he loves me. We're in love, Mom. Okay.
Nicole, is there any positives you want to bring up about this guy that may want us to take a moment of pause and say, well, there you go. There's a reason to stay with the guy? Or is it just one disaster after another with this boyfriend of yours?
I know. Therefore, I want to like go through the.
No, there's got to be. No, wait a minute. There's got to be some positive. I'm looking for some positive. Look hard. Look deep. Find some positive that you could bring up about this guy that you're basically now trashing here on the air. Give me something good, something of a quality about this man.
There's really nothing.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
You know why she's saying that? Because she's already made up her mind.
But
She's already made up her mind that she's leaving him, and she wants to almost have an excuse that, well, T-Man gave me the advice to do just that, so it wasn't even really me. And she knows there's got to be something she can think of. There's something good about this man. And yet she doesn't even want to bring it up right now.
Yeah, she's made up her mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
He doesn't need a lot of sleep, really. Been up for 5 days.
Doesn't eat a lot.
The way she's describing him, you'd think that she'd be talking about her boyfriend. You'd think that she's talking about this guy.
Absolutely, that's right. Go kill your kids.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
We're really not getting much out of John John anymore these days.
At all.
He used to be good for a good one line or two.
Go kill your kids. Is that the best he can do now? Is it?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Tell John like Terry Cam, he's on hiatus.
The good old days when he was funny.
Until he's able to bring something to the table. He used to be funny. Where'd the funny days go?
Well, he's sobering up a little bit.
Gay's all of a sudden now reinvigorated as far as the program.
Well, he's not funny either, Gay.
Nicole, again, I'm going to ask you and give you one last chance. Give me one good quality about this boyfriend of yours. What does it say about you that you've been dating this schlub for who knows how long? That you can't even think of one good thing about? You can't name one good thing about this guy?
He paid for my stuff when he used to work.
He paid for your stuff. What stuff
Like
did he pay for?
My cars.
All right, so he tends to be generous with what he does have.
Yeah.
That's a nice quality. Someone who doesn't have...
When he worked, though. He doesn't work.
Yeah, well...
Right,
and he
now
works.
he's
now that
wrapped.
he can't pay for your stuff.
Well, because he's too busy paying for the crystal meth.
Yeah.
That's a little bit, when did he really start hitting the crystal meth hard there?
He started a month ago.
So he's, oh man. Whew.
All right, well, yeah, you got what you wanted. We're telling you to leave him. Good luck with you and your fat ass finding a new boyfriend. Good.
Wow.
Bye. I'm sorry, Terry. Something about her just didn't sit right with me.
Well, how do you
Well,
deal
she's-
with an addict who you just...
But isn't it ironic? Isn't it kind of interesting timing that it takes him to lose his job for her to really get inspired to leave him?
Well,
While he was paying for her stuff, she could hang... Oh, I can hang around with you. Yeah, I can stay with you for a while longer. But as soon as he loses his job, and you want me to be nice to her?
Well, I think when he lost his job due to the crystal meth addiction...
I gave her the advice she wanted.
Right.
She wanted to have someone help her pull the trigger on this guy. We pulled the trigger on this guy, but I don't have to be nice to her.
Okay.
Trust me. Am I ever wrong in my feelings on the way certain listeners appear as far as their physical attributes, Terry?
You haven't been, no.
Good luck with you and your fat ass finding some new boyfriend.
Well, the one time you and I did go to a woman's place of work, and it was a disaster. Do you remember that? You come
Oh
running
my
out
God,
here.
I totally
Yeah, you're
remember
not supposed to be talking
Oh,
about
sorry,
that
sorry.
out loud.
My bad. I forgot about that. What did I say?
Oh, I've said Japan. Anyway, yeah, that was a fun time.
You came sprinting out of there.
remember.
Abort! Go back! It's not worth it.
That was a long time ago.
You were convinced she was hot.
I was not convinced she was hot. I was convinced she was easy takedown.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, but you thought she'd at least be attractive.
Most women are doable.
You didn't picture SeaWorld.
Wow, really?
Remember that? Oh my
I walked in with a bucket of chum just to get her away from me. Yeah, it was not good.
Wow.
But other than that, you're spot on.
That was early days.
Right. You've honed your skills a little.
Honed my skills, honed my craft since then, and now it's infallible as far as me being able to pick up on what's the true physical makeup of every call that calls in, Terry.
Yeah.
Might be the only time I've seen you sprint ever, I think. Full speed.
That was the fastest I've ever run, if that's what you're getting at.
So.
But as far as me sprinting, I think there's probably been an occasion you've seen me run top
probably.
speed before.
That was the fastest.
Yeah, well, there was never been more of an inspiration for me to run faster than that ever before in my life. Or since then. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call on a Friday morning. The T-Man Show. Rob.
Yeah.
You're on the air, Rob. What's up?
Yeah. I just had a little problem at work. About a week ago, I was in a position where I was almost about to be fired from my job, and so I got suspended. Well, I checked my email while on my suspension, and I got an email from a coworker who I've been hanging out with, and it basically said, sorry I heard that you're about to lose you're getting fired, and it sucks because you were one of the hottest guys that was at the job, and you're really cool, and I just hope that everything works out. And I didn't think of nothing at first, and then I received
you understand any of this story?
yesterday.
Something about him almost getting fired.
Yeah.
And then somebody sent him an email and said, sorry that you're getting fired,
what's the
but
point
you
of it? I
were
don't
like one of the hottest guys at the job.
Oh, so
and I think it's from another guy.
So he's getting kind of suggestive emails, some come-ons, if you will, from a fellow employee at the job site or something? You're getting hit on a little bit there, Rob, or what?
Yeah, basically. And then I get an email yesterday saying, I'm sorry about the email I sent before. I thought you were getting fired, so I just thought I'd put it out there, but I hope.
So we thought you'd have a lot more time on your hands to come over and visit him, or does he work with you or no?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
He's a coworker.
I thought Rob would start with, "Hey, T-Man, how are you?" He just started in with this whole thing that I can't even follow. You're following this, Terry?
I kind of am, yes.
And he's talking about how he almost got fired. How is that even part of this?
Right, well, because I think what happened is the guy would not have shown any interest in him.
But he's making it like the guy who's emailing him doesn't work in the building or is not even employed with the company. Does he work with you or not, Rob?
He works with me.
He does.
When I got suspended, I wasn't at work, so he sent me an email just saying how sorry he was.
All right, so technically at that moment when he emailed you, he wasn't at work, but he works with you in the same office kind of spot on a regular basis.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody in your workplace of the male variety is hitting on you when you, Rob, and I think this is part of the main reason you called, are not, in any respects, a homosexual.
No, definitely not.
There's no part of him whatsoever. You sure you checked yourself over thoroughly, Rob? You gave yourself a solid once-over. There's no part of you at all that's got any homo whatsoever of any kind, and you feel 100% confident that you're all hetero, and yet this guy seems to be picking up on something that's not there.
Well, I'm 100% hetero, and the guy I'm married, and the guy knows I'm married.
Oh.
Yeah, but calling someone good-looking doesn't mean, saying you're good-looking doesn't mean you're hitting on him, does it?
From another guy? I mean...
But if you know he's gay and he says you're a hot guy, it doesn't mean he's hitting on you.
What did the email say precisely, Rob? What were the key parts of the email that caught your attention?
The key part that caught my attention was it was basically, sorry you got fired, you're a very hot guy, and I'm going to miss hanging out with you. You were definitely one of the hottest guys here, and now that you're not here...
So he made 2 references to how hot you are in this email. And 2 references of how missed you're going to be because he felt you guys were really starting to get close.
Come on, I don't think it was like that.
And he's hoping that since you're now fired, because he assumed you were fired, which was a mistake on his part, that you guys can continue with your blossoming relationship and see where it all leads to and all those kind of references. That's what kind of email he sent you, and he sent it more or less because he thought he was being fired from the company, so he had this sense of confidence in writing something that he might not have written should Rob have been with a good working status, and he knew Rob was going to continually come to the work spot on a day-to-day basis. So maybe he wishes he hadn't sent that email, but he sent it nonetheless, and now Rob's in a weird spot because he has to look this guy in the eye more or less on a regular basis, and you want to know what your next move should be?
Yeah, basically.
It's like being on a plane that you think's going down. Oh, I'm really gay and I've always loved you. Oh, the plane leveled out. Forget what I said.
Thinking that
everyone needs a do-over from time to time.
A little mulligan never hurt anyone.
Yes. This man would like a mulligan, I'm sure, and Rob wishes he could get the mulligan because now there's this perhaps awkwardness.
Sure.
I don't think he was hitting on him, no. I disagree.
Well, I'm sure you write Vinnie an email about how attractive you find your male coworkers.
Yeah, but I'm not gay. If you know the guy's gay,
Well, and he said that he knew he was gay the whole time.
Some people have their suspicions, but anyway, that's a whole other subject.
That's a different subject, yes.
Yes, Rob knows this guy is gay. This guy knows Rob's gay. Rob got sent to...
Rob is not gay.
No, Rob's not
gay.
No.
I said this guy... Rob knows this guy is gay.
But then you said this guy knows Rob's gay.
No. Rob...
You said it right after.
Rob knows this guy is gay, and this guy knows that Rob knows that he's gay.
Okay, right.
Okay, I forgot the middle part.
And he knows Rob's married and straight.
I forgot the middle part, Rob.
Which would probably make it even... I mean, if you know all that...
But he doesn't want you to.
If you know all that, and all of a sudden you're telling this person how you feel... it's kind of a
The question is, would a true hetero, Terry, have brushed this off without having it linger in the mind like Rob has seeming going on in his head? Would a true 100% hetero that Rob claims he is, wouldn't a real authentic hetero, Terry, have just brushed this off, moved on with his day, and not had it consume his every thought from the moment he got the email till now, like Rob seems to have going on?
Well, I think because it's an uncomfortable situation, and that's why it's laying so heavily on his mind.
So this is not an atypical reaction of what a heterosexual man would have if he got the email. Rob's reaction is normal as far as the normal heterosexual reaction.
I think that it's
I think hitting on you is, hey, do you want to go get a drink sometime? Let's look where you look in those tight pants or something. Well,
the tight pants part maybe, but the drink part is
that's hitting on someone.
Well, you can't ask a male coworker to go get a drink with you?
Yeah, but if you know he's gay, he says, I think you're hot, let's go get a drink, that's hitting on him. Him just saying you're an attractive guy in the office.
He made 2 references in the email that he was hot. You don't need any more than that.
Okay, that means he's hitting on him?
Yeah, that means he's hitting on him.
So how many guys have you emailed and said, hey, man, you're pretty hot?
Gay.
Well, maybe he's not hitting on him per se, but he's certainly invading some space.
Right, that he's uncomfortable with.
That a man who has no interest in a person of the homosexual variety or any person whatsoever because he's married
and supposedly faithful. These are grounds you don't tread on unless you're looking for some kind of response.
But if a woman sends that, he's not, he doesn't think she's necessarily hitting on him, does he?
Well, it depends how faithful Rob is. If a woman sends it and you have no interest, you may be like a little bit bothered by the fact that she's making suggestions to you that she's waiting for some kind of response from you. Now, if you're not the most faithful guy in the world, you say to those emailers, bring it on.
Oh, come on.
That's right. If anyone's driving in this morning thinking about writing a name,
yeah, I'll never be offended by someone saying I'm hot.
But back to you, Rob. You obviously were taken back by this, and you want to know what? What is your direct question to us, Rob?
My biggest question is,
can't you find a way to have your phone work?
I know.
Like, I thought maybe it would clear up over time. Do you have any ability to make this phone work so we can actually hear you, or what?
Can you come to Earth instead of Mars at some point?
What's the story? Can you make your phone sound better or no, Rob?
I'm trying.
All right, you sound okay
better,
now.
yeah.
Go ahead. What's your question to us?
Put a little tinfoil on it.
That's what the guy wrote in the email.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
How do I basically handle it?
How does he proceed from here? So you haven't written anything back to the dude who wrote you. You haven't seen the guy since then. The last communication you've had between each other is the email where he thought you got fired.
No, I see.
Oh, there it goes.
The phone again. What are you doing?
What?
It was more just, hey, how you doing? Well, I got to go to work. Bye. Type situation. And it's just weird, and I'm trying to figure out how would I deal with that.
Well, my feeling is if you leave it alone at this point, it's not going to get any more carried away than you think it is right now, unless you act all bizarre and peculiar around this guy and make him have to make some reference to it, and then before you know it, it starts spiraling in whatever direction. If you just move on with your day and you come across like unaffected, then I think it has an ability to die, all right?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Best reaction is no reaction if you truly aren't interested. But we haven't been 100% convinced that that's the case.
That is definitely the case.
All right. Well, if that truly is the case, that you are absolutely 100% uninterested, then the best reaction is absolutely no reaction, in my opinion.
All right.
If you pretend like the email didn't even register in your mind, or if it did register, it was just a guy writing you an email, hoping you'd stay in the workplace, but nothing as far as any sexual tinge was picked up on by you whatsoever.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thanks, team.
Or you could sashay by his cubicle later on today.
Oh, yeah.
You're terrible.
Drop a sack lunch right on his desk there.
Wow.
Yeah, what are we serving today? Lift it up and find out.
Oh, my gosh, you guys.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't normally do this.
Whatever option you decide, Rob, is going to have to come down to what's in your heart. 1-866. Another problem solved, though, Terry.
Yes.
If he is what he truly says he is, then he'll take the first offering of advice. 1-866, which was great advice, by the way, yet again, Terry. Thank you so much. The good doctor is never off base, don't you know? 1-866-663-T-Man back underneath.
The T-Man Show.
Maybe, before this segment is over, maybe. We'll stick up a couple of token minutes of Terry Cab. I think I've made my point.
Really?
Time to bring the little babies out of the corner. Their timeout may be over, Terry. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. That's how I parent, Terry.
Well,
So somebody does put baby in a corner.
I parent by feel, and I'm not sure the complete message that needed, obviously, desperately to be sent, has been absorbed to the fullest extent. I know there's a lot of people in pain this morning to lengths that some people are astonished by. Not me. I knew before it even began that people would get addicted to this extent, to the way they've gotten addicted to Terry Cam. Maybe I couldn't have even fathomed the extent of it. Mm-hmm. But I knew it would happen.
There you go.
For some guys, it's their only interaction with the opposite sex.
And now it's gotten out of control.
Oh, those are Terry.
Well, I just want to say my name. And now it's gotten out of control, and it needs to be thought about by those who participate in Terry Cam, and maybe some new people that want to get involved in the Terry Cam world. The Terry Cam world is just an astonishing environment in and of itself, Terry. Don't think I don't realize that. But on hiatus until further notice. Maybe that notice comes to an end in the next couple of seconds, and maybe it doesn't. I haven't decided yet. What do you got there? Give me a quickie, and then back to the phones we go.
51% of job applicants get immediately ruled out before the job interview really even begins because of the way they're dressed. Yes.
That shouldn't be the case, should it, Terry? We shouldn't make judgments on people just based on their attire, or should we at a job interview? I mean, come on. You can be totally qualified, but you have the I'm with stupid t-shirt on, and you lose out on a great employee because you don't like the way they've appeared in the human resources office there?
Yes, apparently.
Especially if you're sitting next to the boss and the arrow's pointing that way. Probably not a good move.
Well, it may be very accurate, though.
That's true, but may not want to let him know.
You see some of the CEOs in corporate America these days, that's probably the most appropriate t-shirt you could wear to the interview. Well, that's interesting for those out there who are looking for a job to be aware of, that you are going to be judged on so many factors in this world, like you didn't know that already.
Right.
One of which can have you eliminated before you even open your damn mouth at the job interview.
If you weren't stressing out enough, here you go, guys.
I know.
Make sure you wear the right attire. And, of course, to have the right attire takes a certain amount of money, Terry, which you don't have unless you get a job.
Horrible cycle.
It's a horrible, endless cycle
what do you
that you can't get out of. Well, if you give me the job, then I can afford the clothes that you'd like me to wear at this job interview.
But yeah, even if I get it the first 2 weeks before the first paycheck, I'll have to wear my boxers.
So I gotta dress up all nice to get a job. If I could dress up all nice, I wouldn't need a job. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. A lot of people should, regardless, be aware that this is what goes on out there.
Right.
But isn't it possible to try a little too hard for the interview? You come in like a tuxedo and tails and a cane and a top hat. I mean, come on.
No, you're shooting for the job.
I think you should
Actually, we started your benefits last week.
Okay, good.
I would think
Tux and tails at the job interview. Guaranteed employment, yes.
I would think that, the job that you are going for, at least the company, you've done a little research just to find out the type of people that work there, that kind of thing.
You're all dressed like schlubs. Why do I got to dress up all nice? You got to dress nicer at an interview than the way people commonly dress in the office on a regular basis.
Well,
You can't just go on the
first impression.
Let's see. The average attire, based on a 1 to 10 scale, looks like around a 3 at this spot. So I'll dress myself in the 3 category.
Oh, you're at a radio station, all right.
Oh, I didn't say -3.
Okay, sorry.
And then as soon as you walk into the door for the interview, you're eliminated, even though they haven't told you yet.
Right.
Oh, they'll go through the motions and pretend like they're really considering you. Oh, it's all about equal opportunity, and this, that, and the other. Oh, we're going to scrutinize everything on your resume. Meanwhile, they eliminated you 20 minutes early.
Top 10% at Bryman. That's impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
No, that is impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a hole in your jeans. Get out of here.
Yeah. God. But it's at a cool spot. So you're rehired.
All right, yes.
Oh, wait, I haven't hired you yet.
Oh, darn it.
Okay, now you're fired. Now you're hired. Now you're rehired.
I don't know what to do. I'm bipolar.
Gosh.
I need medication.
1-866-663 T-Man. Let me go to Kelly, who's been waiting a while. Kelly, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome to the show, Kelly. What can I do for you?
Oh, not much. How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good, Kelly. What can I do for you, sir?
I got a scenario with like an ex-girlfriend.
Well, I got a lot of people waiting, buddy, so try to make it as brief as possible, like 30 seconds or less, and tell us what your situation is, and we'll solve it in no time. What do you got?
All right, I'll try. So, I broke up with my girlfriend, and, I'm going out of town this weekend to go visit her for her birthday.
Visiting an ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, it's an ex-girlfriend.
All right.
And I still care about her, and I'm going over into Idaho to go visit her for her birthday. And she started dating this other guy.
To get your head skinned for the occasion?
Yeah.
All right, continue on. No, go ahead. Yes, you're visiting your ex-girlfriend. What's the problem?
Yeah, and she started dating this other guy, and this other guy doesn't like me, and I don't like him. And
good, let the fight begin.
But if it's an ex-girlfriend and she's already dated somebody, why even go?
Oh no, like I'm not done. Like she broke up with him recently.
Oh.
Like she's not dating anybody right now.
So you want, like, you're hoping out of this weekend you're going to get a good lap around the track with her for old time's sake, or what?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, all right. So what's the issue? I don't understand. So the newer ex-boyfriend doesn't like you, so you're worried about him?
No, that's the guy. He's calling me out. Like he called me up out of nowhere like a week ago, talking all this mad crap, saying I'll beat your ass, and I'm like, all
right. Well, if you're afraid of him, stay home, and if you're not, go.
And you just said they weren't together anymore, so what difference does it make?
So if you're not afraid of him, then what's the problem?
I just don't want to put him in the hospital.
All right, well, if he steps up to you and he gives you no choice, you got to put him in the hospital.
Oh, geez, no, you don't. Anyway.
If he rolls up on him, Terry, and if he starts becoming a threat, what choice do you have?
Well, I think really the ex-girlfriend who's involved here should probably shut the dude down if she doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just say, hey, man, I want my...
You better be sure you're going to get laid, man. To go to Idaho, travel all that way, and deal with this guy who knows what he's capable of. Even if
he ain't capable of nothing.
Well, don't be so sure.
How do you know?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of famous last words spoken like that. So don't underestimate anyone out there, okay?
And guys named Kelly are usually really tough.
So even though you're not, I get it, you're not afraid of him, don't underestimate anyone that can be interested in doing anyone else harm, okay?
Yeah.
That's a good way to get yourself in serious trouble. Not to say that you might be very much right, but still, you shouldn't underestimate him. And don't think that you're in the clear as far as your safety. All right? Now, I'm just saying it better be worth it because you're traveling a long way. And even if the guy turns out not to be a threat, you better be sure that you're going to get some ass. Because if you have to drive home, it's going to be a much longer drive home than it is going there if you leave without any benefits of the trip, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
You better make sure it's a slam dunk.
Driving home with a black guy, bloody nose, and a tall boy. It's a bad way to go.
Oh, my God.
I don't know which feels worse. I don't know where to put the ice pack.
That's right.
All right? Are you sure this is a slam dunk, Kelly?
What?
Are you sure this is a slam dunk?
Oh, yeah, I'll get something out of it for sure.
Something out of it. What's the minimum you can get out of it that you'll be happy with?
Let's
say she just wants to kiss you.
Oh, no, it'll be more than that.
All right.
Are you hoping, too, to get back together with her, or is it just the little bit of something?
I kind of want to get back together with her because I still really care about her, and I know she cares about me.
Because I hate the kiss and then the push away, and we shouldn't be doing this, and then she brings you back in for another kiss. Oh, no, what are we doing? And push away, and then and then she finally comes to her senses and says no.
Exactly.
And then
it's happened like that
then
before,
you got to turn rapist on her, which you let me finish.
I like your idea. I'm in.
You either got to turn rapist on you, which hopefully the little man inside you says this is not an appropriate way to go about your life, so you don't do that, or you go home kicking yourself in the tall boy that never got any play over the weekend. So I'm just saying, with all that seems like it could go wrong on this weekend, you better be sure about some things before you head out, all right, Kelly? But aside from that, enjoy your weekend. I hope you come back in one piece.
All right, you guys have a good weekend, too.
Take care, my friend. Give us a report on Monday.
Okay.
All right? Either way, if he doesn't get anything, he's going to lie to us.
I know.
Yeah, I kicked his ass.
So we'll get the same story either way. I kicked his ass, and boy, did I give it to him good.
Yeah, he'll be calling us on life support. Yeah, I kicked his ass. From the hospital. Yeah, it was easy, dude.
In the background, you hear, clear!
Right. Jeez, on the phone.
You guys are wrong.
Lopey! Lopey in Livermore. Yes.
Right.
Lopey.
Hey, what's up?
Is it Lopey?
Yes, it's Lopey.
How you doing, Lopey?
I'm pretty good. Actually, it's Lopey twice, but that's a long story within itself. So.
No, we're dying to know.
You asked, right?
Lopey, what do you think? You think I should turn on Terry Cam right now? I need your opinion on this. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, and sometimes you need advice from a perfect stranger on something you're on the fence as far as the timing of me reinstalling the unbelievable destination known as Terry Cam.
No, but I'm in a truck right now, sitting, waiting to talk to you guys.
Oh, well, that makes two of us.
Yeah, very nice.
What can I do for you, Lopey? So Lopey, put Lopey down as a no. So this will delay the re-installment of Terry Cam because Lopey did not give his approval.
Lopey says no.
But I do give approval. I did see...
no, blame Lopey for the further delays of
Gay
Terry
and
Cam.
Lopey are to blame.
Lopey, continue. What's your problem? If you have a problem, what would you like to say before the Friday show is over? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me for a second there.
Well,
yeah.
Long story short, summed up, you know, I do a fair amount of my part in my 5 years of marriage. You know.
Oh, he says that. Marriage.
Now we understand why you're hiding out in the truck. All right, get to the problem really quick, because time is short and so am I. What do you got, Lopey? 30 seconds. Make it quick.
I feel ungrateful. Yeah, I mean, my wife. I feel like my wife is ungrateful.
You got an ungrateful wife. T-Man, I got an ungrateful wife. What can I do about this crap? That's basically what you are trying to say. Is that
trying
it?
to say.
Yeah.
How do I get my wife to see all the beauty in me that she just ignores or doesn't seem to acknowledge on a day-to-day basis?
How do I get her to appreciate me?
Guys need to get their props, Terry.
Well, I understand that. But they asked to get their props for the things that they should be doing anyway.
Yeah. Those things shouldn't, these basics, these staples that you think a man is required to do in a marriage should be appreciated nonetheless, even if you consider them the things that must be done. But I'm sure Lopey goes the extra mile and then some, and his wife...
Like, what do you do, Lopey, that go the extra mile?
All he gets in return is probably her nagging him.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
And not even acknowledging. You got a lot of nagging, Lopey, do you?
Every day.
Every freaking day. To the point where to the point where being in the truck doing nothing is the highlight of his day.
Well, actually, on my work, I'm just taking my own personal break. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, name something you did. Name something that stands out over the past day or so that you didn't get any acknowledgement, and all you got was the typical nagging.
Oh, jeez.
For one, that she doesn't work, and I provide for the house, and I cook.
You allow her to have the pressure off as far as her having to make an income of any kind.
I give her free time. I cook for the house. I take my daughter, you know, so that way she can have her own.
Wait. Hold on one second. Are you saying that you have a woman who's more or less a stay-at-home mom because that's something that was an interest of hers, right? She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom?
Well, yeah, I make well enough money where she can stay home.
And on top of it, after working and making a regular paycheck happen, you come home and do the cooking for the family?
Yeah.
Tell you what the hell's going on out there in this world? What the hell kind of guys are really running around this planet? Are they all the soft candy fruited center, Terry?
I don't think so.
That's too much to ask of one guy.
I came home and my husband had cooked for me.
You work a 4-hour day.
Well, he still cooked.
It'd be tough to not look at your wife and go, so what did you do today?
Oh, you're saying he cooks for you?
Yeah.
Your husband works an 8-10-hour day and he comes home and he cooks for you?
Does.
And he cooks for you?
He does.
You, the princess that you think you are?
Lame.
And all he gets in return is nagging?
I don't nag him, though.
All right, well, that's all Lopey's asking for. Lopey's asking if you're saying that in return you show an unbelievable level of appreciation for your husband and remind him every so often of how lucky you have it to be with him.
Right.
That's all Lopey and me are asking for, Terry.
Keep the mindless blather to yourself at dinner.
It's kind of
So she does nothing. Is that what you're implying? She just lays around at home. Yes, she does take care of your guys' child.
He's just saying that he wishes she'd acknowledge where she's at and who she's got and how she's got it with Lopey, Terry.
But he's not giving us an example of what she nags about or anything like that.
Forget the nagging. He just eliminate the nagging. I brought that up. He just wants a little kudos. We're not talking about a little nutrition bar, Terry.
But like what? Do you want just an every once in a while, honey, I really appreciate you and I love you?
It doesn't have to be said that standard.
No, I'm just
Terry.
wondering.
I appreciate you and I love you.
Or is it a sexual thing? Or is it a sexual thing, maybe?
Yeah, it has to do with sexual. It has to do with verbal. It has to do with,
Okay, Terry wants outright specifics. What kind of little notations have to be made as far as what she's going to say or do for you that would stand out so you would feel like you're being acknowledged for the great man that you are?
I would say sex would be the best.
See, that's what it comes down to, is that she's not getting enough from her, and he feels that
when Lopi wants sex,
he should get it, right?
Lopi's wife should be there like a machine, Terry.
Snap, snap, sex, let's go.
Like a sex machine.
Boy.
Catering to her husband, performing for him at his every whim. He cooks for her, Terry. He earns for her, and all he wants in return is a sex machine. Is that too much to ask? I mean, he's willing to grant her a couple of here and there, I'll take a pass situations. So I'm sure he's not going to, excuse her from a here and there, I'm not in the mood situation. But if it starts piling up like more than once every other week where she says, I'm not feeling it, let me off the hook here.
But what's the excuse?
Well, here's the thing. Let me give you a little play out what happens. All right?
All right, real quick.
Check it. Thanks for checking it. Appreciate it.
That's the way she was. Yes.
No, so, like, what happens is that now it's to the point where it's like, when she's willing to, now I don't even want to, because it's kind of like, I get the impression of like, all right, hurry up, do your deal, and let's go to bed, or,
She's just laying there like a bank for you to deposit in.
Well,
yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That's all you wanted her for,
you
right?
almost get in the mode of, don't do me any favors. If you're not into it, I don't want to subject you to such torture, honey. He wants to feel like she's into it, but it sounds like to me that they're married, Terry. It sounds to me like, and I happen to have a story that Terry must have overlooked this morning that's a glaring headline as far as I can see. A study just concluded. Terry, listen, T-Man, listen to this. New study has concluded that after 5 years of marriage, your happiness level will plunge.
Wow, plunge. That's a pretty serious word.
That's what it says here, yeah.
Plunge off a cliff?
I don't know how high that cliff is, but yes, a cliff indeed.
So 5 years.
So, Lopi, if it makes you feel any better, it sounds like men in your situation that have been married 5 years are in very similar spots, according to a new study that has been released over the past couple of days.
Well,
right on time, the unhappy train has kind of checked on in, Lopi? Would you say you're unhappy, or you wouldn't go that far?
I would say 70% happy,
But again,
30%.
You know
break it
what?
down in percentage terms.
But the other thing, too, is but that's marriage and just relationships in general. You have your highs, you have your lows. We've talked about that. This is just one of those low spots, and you have to work through it to get it back to the high spot.
Let me see what he's got. He's got a wife that he goes out and busts his ass for. He comes home and cooks for, and in return, she nags him, and when she does give him sex, she just lays there like a lox, and he's 70% happy. Sounds like you're doing pretty well, Lopi. Sounds like you're a pretty tolerant guy, because to me, the fact that you're even 70% happy, the fact that she lays there like a dead fish,
jeez,
making it seem like she's doing him a big favor by lying there, letting him make a big stamp of whatever.
So are they shaving 2 years off the 7-year itch now? Is that what we're hearing? It's 5 years now?
Apparently we're down to 5, yes.
Wow.
Sooner or later, you're going to start itching right during the vows.
What are you itching your leg for? Oh, no reason.
Hey, besides that, T-Man, though, I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys' show.
All right, man.
This is what gets me,
Lopi, I appreciate you calling. Good luck to you, man. Let us know when you're down to 65%.
Wow.
Then we'll know you're starting to really spiral. 70%, man. Every guy should be so lucky. Every married guy. 70% happiness, head of the game.
Really? Not 70%?
You're kidding? I'm at 5%.
Wow.
And going down by the head.
Wow, 5%.
And yet, I love being married.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So, itching at the vows, huh?
Itching at the vows. Like, what, I get some poison ivy at the bachelor party? Or what the hell's going on?
The T-Man Show.
Oh, yeah. How'd you know? Oh, that's the guy singing. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, just relax. Genuine, where you been? Where have you gone? When you coming back? Yeah, it's a little too soon. Anyway, final minutes, Terry. Got a lot of people that have been waiting on hold. I feel bad that I never got to everyone. Let me give everyone like the 10-second little window to say what they need to say. Let me start with Lorena. You're on the air, Lorena. Real quick, what do you got? 10 seconds or less.
I just want to talk about the Rainbow Coalition.
Yes.
Basically, I'm tired of all of them hating on me because I love VTP so much. Am I allowed to have a crush?
Well, you're not allowed to have anything right now because Terry Cam is, as you know, officially down as we speak. I mean, I'm not going to be a callous man, Terry, as I said. The timeout could only have such an effect that at some point just becomes overkill, and maybe it's time to relaunch Terry Cam. And when I feel that time is right, I will.
All right.
Apparently, that time hasn't come just yet, but it could be days, weeks, months, and or seconds away. Who knows? You don't get much out of it in seconds that are remaining. Mike, real quick, what do you got?
Hello.
Yes, Mike.
How you doing?
You got 5 seconds left, Mike.
Oh, hey. Hey, well...
Well used. Okay, Dustin, you're on the air. Go ahead, 10 seconds or less. 10 seconds, Dustin.
Oh, T-Man.
5 seconds, Dustin.
Yes.
So I got me a little predicament. I'm about to have it any day.
Good luck to you, Dustin.
Hey,
Issa.
That could have been anything. Winning lottery
Any
ticket.
day.
Issa, you're on the air. 10 seconds or less. You got to maximize your time here. Time is short and so am I, don't you know?
I just want to say it's my birthday today, and it was my first time calling. Just want to say what's up to you, T-Man.
Where you going out tonight, Issa? Where you going to spend? What birthday is it for you?
It's my 22nd.
It's like we began the show with a birthday. We end the show with a birthday. It's a show that has come full circle. Where you going to spend your 22nd birthday? Where you going out tonight?
We're hitting up Santana Row. So we're going to do all the bars out there and then dinner at Maggiano's.
Sounds good.
Get a lot of food there.
Yeah.
Good value at Maggiano's. So if the women out there say, oh, Issa sounds nice, I like a man named Issa, first of all. Second of all, he sounds nice. And third of all, I want to give him a birthday to remember. What club in particular are you going to hit? What club do you think you'll be at the most? For those listening right now, I'm trying to help you out here, give you a little birthday present that the ladies who are trying to attack you tonight can find you at.
We're trying to hit up the V-Bar.
All right, there you go.
Issa, yeah. Must have blow out his candle.
His birthday. If you'd like to blow out the big candle in the center of his cake, Issa will probably be found at the V-Bar tonight.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday to you.
Very good.
Yes. Terry.
Yes. T-Man,
there have been a lot of complaints this morning. Why is this morning different from all other mornings, you ask?
Why?
It really isn't, but these complaints are of a specific nature, pertaining to a very popular little destination known as Terry Cam.
Oh, so it's not the complaints about Pasty's breath?
No, it's not the complaints about anyone's breath this morning. Pasty's breath is usually sparkling clean. I don't know what you're talking about.
Even after the cigarettes.
It's been about the down status of Terry Cam.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further delays, without any further ado, just maybe a little bit more ado, and just a little bit left. Okay, now officially without any further ado, Terry, I just got a new hairdo. It's time.
I like it.
It is time. You like my new hairdo? It is time.
Yes.
How long does it take to put Terry Cam back up?
Not long at all.
I don't want people to say that I'm a heartless man, that I've deprived them of their morning's fun.
Okay.
We got 10 seconds left on the show for Terry Cam fun, Terry.
You're not callous.
I'm not a bad man. I think it's time to reinstate, to reinstall, to reinvigorate the great place that people come to congregate, to share thoughts and love, and hopefully not too much hate in the future.
Right.
And hook up and meet new friends, faux friends usually, and have
friends nonetheless.
Have lame parties and start coalitions and gain a new lease on life with false confidence. And Terry,
yes,
can you hit the button at this time? Can we, at this moment, reinstall Terry Cam? Is it up? Is it running? Give me the word! She's waving. There you go. That's it.
Thumbs up. We're up.
We got thumbs up. We got Terry Free. She's waving. The boobs are a-jiggling. Hot Shot's giving the old peace sign. Vinnie the Pooh's giving his little deuce to the sky as well. And take it down, Terry. The show's over.
The T-Man Show.